I have my priorities, Christine. I thought I was gonna die, and I got a second chance.
So you're gonna quit? For what?
She's losing her partner.
I have a right to lead my life the way I want to without checking with Christine Cagney.
Time that you started thinking about a new partner. Not even marriages last forever.
Lieutenant, you're not making this very easy.
It shouldn't be easy. I don't want you to make a decision you're going to regret one day.
Next to me, I think you're the best cop in action I've ever seen. And I think it's selfish to throw away everything we got going for us.
Pineapple, huh?
That sounds awful. Mary Beth, is this place any good? When I invite you to lunch, I wish we'd not worry about being extravagant. I mean, we should splurge a little.
Just being able to go out to lunch with you again, splurge it for me.
So, what did the doctor say?
First, I'm finished with radiation therapy. Second, my implant is doing very nicely. No sign of infection. And third, he doesn't want to see me again until next month's checkup.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh. Good. Come back to work.
Well, I was thinking that maybe I might take a little bit more time off, Christine.
You can't. I've been doing desk duty for 5 weeks. I'm going crazy.
Hey, you're not the only one, lady, but you get going for crying out loud.
If you want to go past, go past.
Hey, I want an omelet.
What are these omelets? They look great.
Yeah, but Hog says stay with the special. The special is always good here. Over there. Right. Stick with the special.
Yeah.
Maybe you could get Samuels to put you with someone from another squad.
Yeah, he mentioned it, but I told him you'd be back before we even processed the paperwork.
What'll it be, doll?
Broiled chicken's good.
Chicken's Monday. Today we got meatloaf. Nice and juicy, just for you.
Okay, I'll have meatloaf.
Make it so.
Anyway, so your sick leave's up on Friday.
Yes, it is, Christine, but to say the truth, I'm thinking about it, putting in for an extended leave of absence.
You what?
Well, there's a lot of things to consider here, Christine.
Here's your meatloaf. Anything else, doll?
No. Yeah. My partner'd like to have hers.
How are you today, pretty lady?
Also unavailable, but thank you.
It's Harvey, isn't it? Huh? Is he still worried about you?
Harvey is the best, the best. And those 2 young men, Christine, I tell you, I think I underestimated the 3 of them. And when I was in the hospital, and after when I was so weak, I had to lie down every 6 minutes. They were wonderful. But I had a lot of time to think, and I started thinking that, you know, there's all these things we didn't do together yet. No places we didn't go. You know how Harv and I, every summer, we talk about going out west to see the Grand Canyon, and maybe come back through the Yellowstone Park.
So next summer you take 3 weeks off in July.
No, there's things I want to do for the boys, Christine. I mean, Harv Jr., I want to sign him up for this free contest on Tuesday night. We can hear all that music together. And Michael, I want to take him to the science fair and the car show. And there's this hot air balloon display at the Armory next month. We're working 8, 10 hours a day. When did I have the time? And now I do. I can't put off till tomorrow, Christine. What if I do and tomorrow never comes?
So you're gonna trash your whole career just like that?
Don't be mad. What are you getting mad for? I mean, it's never going to be the way it was anyways.
Why do you say that?
All I'm going to be is the oldest detective 3rd grade in Manhattan. You're going to be sergeant.
Yeah, like that would make a difference with us?
Everything is different, Christine. I thought I was going to die, and I got a second chance. I want to do right by it. I want to figure out what's right for my family. And don't you go trying to change my mind on this. I have my priorities, Christine. I need you to respect them. Now eat, it's the special.
What do you think? A little more authority. I'd use a Windsor knot. Your tie. More leadership quality. Here.
Oh, leadership, yeah, that's important. You know what really counts when you're on camera? Charisma. That's what I'm gonna rack up all my points. I heard there were always a couple of lady judges.
Nobody knows who the judges are, Victor.
Yeah, there's gotta be some women there, right? You know, equal opportunity and all that garbage. What do you think about my hair?
You know, I remember the old days when mastery of men and situations proved a detective's worth. When judgment and grace under pressure made the difference. You know, when it took more than a pretty face to make sergeant. But that was before the brass decided that a written exam wasn't enough to judge a sergeant's candidate. Now they gotta make them TV stars as well.
Give me a break, Coleman. It wasn't our idea to do the interview on tape.
Don't forget the powder, Victor. Your nose is shiny.
Get out of here, Coleman.
Break a leg, Victor.
Hey, same to you, buddy.
Just blowing off a little steam, that's all. I've seen it before. A cop gets tired, a little burnout. First thing you know, he thinks he wants to chuck it off. Remember that time before when Lacey took off?
Yeah, but this isn't a burnout weekend. I mean, she was just operated on for cancer.
Of course she's worn out. Going through something like that's got to take its toll. Wait, you'll see. As soon as she's feeling real active again.
No, but she feels great. I gotta tell you, she's never looked better. And she's beat this thing. And she's still ready to kiss off her entire career. I don't know, maybe she's going through a midlife crisis.
I thought that was only for guys.
I don't think so. Anyway, please, Lieutenant, you gotta talk some sense into her.
Cagney, I told you already. The cop thinks he's ready to throw in the towel. First thing he does is take some time off, just like she's doing. Starts hanging around the house with the wife and kids, trying to figure out what to do with the rest of his life. And then starts going stir crazy. Believe me, she'll be back.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Yeah, she just came in. Hang on a minute. Cagney, line 1 for you at your parking garage.
Great, my transmission's probably leaking again.
You know, when I took the test, I scored in the upper 10 percentile of the top 100 guys.
Cagney?
Coleman, come on. When you took the test, there were only 100 guys competing.
What? 3 attendants on duty. And some punk waltzes in here and steals my car out from under their noses?
My men don't have the eyes in back of their heads.
How about in front?
Look, lady, if you're not happy with our service...
Happy? What? You ripped me off $350 a month for this junk parking space and this lousy security, and you asked me to be happy? I had to shut you down for public fraud, mister.
We have a report of a stolen vehicle.
No kidding. This is what you're looking for. Canary yellow, 68 Corvette, white interior, stick shift. License number 810-FEM. Vehicle identification number RT2377789.
Did you say it was yellow?
I said canary yellow. Do I have to start at the top with you guys?
No, ma'am.
Good deal. I want this alarm put out on the teletype and on the air within an hour. Wait a minute. This wasn't here when I parked my car last weekend. I want a photographer down here taking pictures. I think the thief left his signature.
Sergeant's candidate is Becky. We'd like you to simulate the appropriate handling of the following incident. There is a disturbance at the Toulouse-Lautrec restaurant. A drunken, disorderly customer who claims to be a member of the international diplomatic community refuses to leave the premises. Officer O'Hurley, here to my right, will simulate the role of the alleged diplomat. The tape is running.
Sergeant is Becky from the 14th, Mr. O'Hurley. I have been called to escort you from the premises.
I don't care who you are. I have diplomatic immunity. See this passport here? I'm staying right here until I get the drink I ordered.
I'll need to confirm this information with my duty captain, sir, to ascertain its correctness. In the meantime, I'll have to ask you to refrain from consuming any more alcohol.
You can ask anything you want, boy. I'm staying right here until I get the drink I ordered.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Look, he can't do that. He would never call me boy. No way. Not with my build, you know?
The tape is still running.
You're looking very nice, Lacey. Look well, like you're all better.
Well, I'm feeling good, sir.
You know, Lacey, if you submit this request for leave of absence, you're going to be officially off the payroll.
But I have the option of returning as long as I do it within 12 months. Is that correct, sir?
Yeah, that's true. But if at the end of that time you can't make up your mind and that's it, you're officially terminated, you don't get a second shot.
I wouldn't ask for one, sir.
You know you're going to lose your seniority and all the medical insurance benefits while you're off. You know how much insurance costs these days, don't you? I think you got more people to consider here besides yourself, Lacey. How steady has Harvey's work been lately?
With due respect, sir, that's none of your business.
What if one of the kids gets sick?
Gee, Lieutenant, you're not making this very easy.
Well, it shouldn't be easy. It should be damned hard. I don't want you to make a decision you're going to regret one day. We're talking here of a 14-year investment, Lacey. What do you think about that? You're a fine officer, Lacey, with a good record. I think, therefore, that maybe a couple more weeks on the city's expense account is okay. Take them.
I'm not sick anymore. That wouldn't be right. Thanks anyway, Lieutenant. Mary Beth! Oh, hiya, Chris. You didn't say you were coming in. I gotta hurry. I'm meeting the boys after school. Wait, Mary Beth. I'm late. Chris, I'm sorry. Those boys. They didn't even touch their zucchini royale.
It's okay, babe. With all the cooking you've been doing, I'm eating enough for both of them.
Hey, Chavo.
Wait, whoa, let me get this out of here.
How you doing on that Columbus Avenue bid, Hoff?
Good. Real good, I think. I can't believe the big boys are going to bid any lower. I mean, what's my overhead? Nothing. I think we make the deal. Real nice piece of change, Mary Beth.
So we're doing all right, huh? Pretty much caught up, right?
Hey, relax your head. I told you, with your insurance, we got the hospital thing covered.
Hoff, I went by the precinct today. I picked up a request for leave of absence. What do you think? You think we could make it on one salary? I mean, just for a while. Till Hoff Jr. graduates high school. Michael's a little older.
Always said I didn't want you to work.
I wanted to work, Hoff.
If it hadn't been for that bum streak of luck with my inner ear problem, you would have stopped a long time ago.
I'd like to work. I like my job. Things are different, that's all.
You bet they are, babe. Rough times are over. I'm on my feet again. I can take care of my family just fine.
It was too close, Hoff. I mean, I had to think about what it would be like if I had only a couple more years, a couple more months with you and them. I want no regrets. I want never to wish that things had been different.
You want to quit?
Could we afford it?
Whatever you want, Mary Beth, we can afford. Whatever you want, my sweetheart.
Well, I can tell you right now, those uniforms are going to foul up the 61. You should have seen them. They're a couple of kitty cops.
Maybe they'll come up with something, Christine.
Yeah, but see, I can't wait that long. And I thought maybe you could come up with an idea, then we could bounce it around.
You do all right in the idea department, Chris.
Mary Beth,
Chris,
you know you
phone
can
call.
think of angles that no one else ever thought of.
Chris, I'm in the middle of a kind of tricky ossobuco sauce. Could I call you back this afternoon?
I'll tell you what, I'm going to be downtown seeing Detective Boyd at the gang unit this afternoon anyways. Why don't I just swing by afterwards?
Oh, no, that would not be good.
Why not?
I'm taking Michael, the orthodontist.
How about tomorrow?
No, tomorrow we're going to the Bronx Zoo.
Well, when are you and the boys going to be home?
I don't know, maybe 6.
6 o'clock is perfect. I'll see you then.
This woman is something else. Steamroller's got nothing on her.
You and Chris got problems?
No, not me. It's not my problem. I'm not on company time anymore, but she's got a problem. Somebody stole her car. I mean, it's lousy, but, she's treating it like it's life and death or something. I gotta drop everything and come and help her.
Maybe it's not the car she's so worked up about.
Huh?
How does she feel about you not working?
You know, Chris. Anytime she doesn't get her way, she gets very grumpy.
I don't think you're being fair here, Mary Beth. I mean, staying home might be great for you right now. Chris, she's losing her partner.
I have a right to lead my life the way I want to without checking with Christine Cagney. No matter what she says. Oh, why don't you fix this pilot light here? Huh? This side works and this side never does.
Ghetto art, the papers call it. Each gang has its own special signature. The Fifth Street boys specialize in black and white death masks. Here is the Avenue B Apache's calling card. You see the red crosses dripping with blood? You notice how the letters are practically hieroglyphics. It's just like they have their own special code. Here's one you can make out. This is a C and an S. It stands for Consafos. A lot of these guys' fathers were in the same gangs before them.
Look, I don't need a course in street gangs, Detective. I need to find the whereabouts of the thief who ripped off my car.
You ought to develop a little appreciation for art, Detective Cagney. With all the stress of contemporary society, I find it soothing to the soul. Now, this is the Shadow Warrior's handiwork. You notice the three-dimensional block letters in orange and blue, similar to the El Vengador signature on your parking space.
Sure is. So where do we find the Shadow Warriors?
As soon as we cross over Bedford Avenue, we'll be on Shadow Warriors' turf. El Vengador is their busiest boy with a spray gun. He's probably trying to earn his stripes with the gang's senior members, the veteranos, by spraying his name in the most outrageous places, including the scene of the crime.
So how long before we can run down an address?
It could be a matter of hours. On the other hand, it could take a few days.
In a few days, my car can be stripped to the floorboards. Wait a minute, slow down.
What?
Look at that.
You could have sprayed it.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna check out the serial number. We're police officers. We're investigating an auto theft. I'm going to reach into my left pocket and get my badge.
No, no!
It's your neighborhood. You got any ideas?
How's your Spanish?
Cosi cosa.
Está bien, señor. Somos la policía. Ponga su pistola abajo, por favor. La mujer policía pensó esto es carro de ella.
No, 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 señor. Quítese de mi carro. La policía ya está por llegar.
You're just trying to pinch Dr. Quinto's car. He called the cops.
Grand larceny auto and you made bail already.
Hey, Marty, weren't Peter and his Becky working on a hot car ring about 2 months ago?
Yeah, till they hit a dead end. It's buried in Petrie's case file.
How dead is it?
Barely breathing.
Hey, tomorrow's another day, kiddies.
It was easy for Scarlett to say all she lost was her plantation.
Crime victims have to call. You have to make your call tomorrow morning.
Yeah, the watch commander's on.
Hey, Jerry.
Not fair.
I'll take her online, too.
Did you check all the records and files for the wanted info?
Can I help you?
Hiya, Marcus. I thought you'd left.
You were wrong.
Uh-huh. Well, I didn't want to bother you at home with Claudia and Lauren and all. And I was just looking for an old file here from those car thefts you were investigating.
You could have asked for it.
Well, actually, I was trying to do you a favor.
And how's that?
Well, I thought if I could get a lead, see, on my missing car, that maybe it'd help solve your dead case.
You know, I hate to tell you this, Chris, but this is no small-time operation. They fill orders for big spenders in the prime European market, and if they had an order for a canary yellow sports car, your baby could be on its way to Marseille right now.
Thanks for the encouragement.
You're welcome.
You can get in my drawers anytime you want, Cagney.
Be still, my heart.
We get to the planetarium right after school. We can see the laser show. Then we can hear the whole story of the stars and the planets and the Big Bang and the beginning of the universe.
Wouldn't take long. I gotta meet a friend at 5 to work on my history project.
Oh, all right. Well, why don't you just bring him along, and then you can come back here and study.
Well, we've already made plans to study at her house.
Our house. Harvey! Pancakes are getting cold. Well, I guess it's just you and me, huh, kiddo?
Sorry, Mom.
What do you mean, sorry, Mom? I made special plans for you guys.
Good morning.
Not so far, it isn't. What is your excuse, young man?
Frankie Chambers and I gotta practice for basketball team tryouts.
Oh. Since when are you playing basketball already?
I'm going on 11, Mom.
That explains it.
Well, I gotta go. See you later, Mom.
Wait a second. I hardly touched your breakfast. Are you feeling all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Bye, Dad.
Bye, baby.
Harvey's in love with Tiffany Rinaldi.
Shut up, shrimp.
Tiffany who?
Tiffany Rinaldi. She's stacked. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad. Maybe we can go to the planetarium next week.
Stacked?
Stacked. I gotta run.
Wait a second.
I'm
What
running
about
behind.
breakfast?
I'm running behind.
You're not running anyways, Mr. Lacey. No, they made this breakfast here. There's buckwheat pancakes and special blueberry syrup. It's no fun eating by yourself.
Why don't you do something special today? Why don't you buy yourself a new dress?
I bought myself a new dress yesterday.
Why don't you go to the beauty parlor?
What's the matter? Don't you like the way I'm doing my hair?
We having fun yet?
Go on, get out of here. Go.
You drive me crazy, you know that? Huh?
Go.
Fire in your eyes. You
Get
know?
out of here. Harvey? You got any cash?
Yes.
Oh.
Thank you. Bye.
Cagney! You know the purpose of a mailbox?
I'm busy, Coleman, okay?
The purpose of a mailbox is for a detective to look inside once in a while to see if there's a message there.
Coleman!
From your friend Boyle. Name and address of the suspect in Brooklyn. You're welcome.
Sergeant's candidate Petrie. We'd like to hear the step-by-step procedure explaining the proper way to interrogate a suspect. Are you ready?
Yes, I am. The object of any interrogation is to take control of the situation and place the suspect at total disadvantage. First, separate the suspect from any familiar environment and conduct the interrogation in alien surroundings, preferably precinct headquarters. Now, in order to maximize the intimidation of the suspect, the physical location should offer no distractions of any kind that might deter the suspect's focus from the officers in charge. Always remain calm and in full control of the situation. Once the procedure commences, the officer in charge should never leave the site without having achieved some forward movement in the interrogation. Assuming full authority, the interrogating officer must, at all times, remain controlled, alert, and constantly vigilant, not allowing their attention to wander from the situation under surveillance. To further intimidate the suspect, official folders with the suspect's name attached should be prominently displayed within visual range.
Hey, Vengador! ¿Qué lo que hay, bro?
This will indicate to the suspect that the most exacting standards of professional police procedure have been utilized to ensure positive identification and a high degree of information and intelligence bearing upon the matter in question. The first questions asked are designed to be answered in the affirmative in order to measure response.
El Vengador?
Oh, baby, what can I do for you? If at first the suspect is uncooperative, the questioner will continue to exhibit full mastery of the situation. The officer in charge will introduce another simple question, continuing in this vein until the desired affirmative answer has been elicited. The purpose is to build slowly to the more incriminating questions.
You want a chili dog?
Very good.
I said have a chili dog. Now get in here. There. 2, please. Sit down. Now, this is the big picture, Mr. Estevez.
You can call me Hector.
Fine, Hector. This could be your last chili dog in the free world. Right now, I can book you on grand larceny and resisting arrest. Or I can give a poor kid a break if I get my car back.
Look, Daddy, I don't know what you're talking about, you know?
Yeah, well, you can call me Detective Cagney.
All right. Detective Cagney. See, now this puts me in kind of a bad spot, you know? I mean, I got nobody to give me no legal advice or nothing, seeing as I've never been in this kind of trouble before. But if I had some fancy lawyer, if I had a serious problem like this, if I was in a situation where some smart lady cop could work me over, you'll excuse the expression, I'm pretty sure the dude would tell me not to incriminate myself.
Don't try and smoke me, kid, okay? Because I saw the evidence you left where you stole my car, El Vengador.
Now, that's a very popular name in my neighborhood. Maybe you got me confused with somebody else.
Sure. You got more than one car thief named El Vengador?
I told you I sell bridal gowns. Look, see? Now, this is classy stuff here. I got satin skirts, rhinestone daisy veils, and I give the consumer a real price break, too.
I hate to think where you ripped those off.
You're hurting my feelings.
And I really hate to lock somebody up on their first...
Listen, I was thinking that maybe some of my friends might have seen your car, all right? So maybe if I just ask around.
Maybe they already mentioned it to you. Maybe you could even take me there.
Well, if I knew, I wouldn't get the hombre in trouble.
A decent citizen who reports the whereabouts of a stolen vehicle certainly wouldn't be implicated in the theft.
Cagney, we can talk.
You got any snaps?
Oh, I might have a few in my purse.
Oh, all right.
My
You want me to
purse.
go in?
Yeah, my wallet right there.
All right. I just love pictures. No matter how old you get, you look so young in them. Here, this it?
Yeah, that's Harvey Jr. That's his picture from 8th grade. But the school portraits never do them justice.
Oh, still, he's so handsome. He's got your eyes. Big and brown, just like Bambi's.
Yeah.
Who's this?
That's Michael. That's his first day at school.
Oh, he's so tall already. Is he 6 now?
No, he's 10, going on 11. No more babies.
Oh, who's this?
That's my husband, half senior, and me. Geez, that's an old one.
Are you dressed up for some costume party or something?
Actually, that's my graduation picture from the police academy.
You're a policewoman? Like Angie Dickinson?
Oh, don't I wish. But no, I'm a detective.
Like Kojak?
Yeah, sort of.
No kidding. You ride around with one of those red lights on top of your car?
Sometimes.
Oh, your family must be so proud.
Are you sure?
On the grave of my mother. An hombre I know delivered it himself.
Well, we've missed him.
That's okay, we can break in.
Hector, no thank you. I'd be much more comfortable with a search warrant in the morning.
Up to you. You know, you're not a bad-looking lady. Especially when you smile, you know. I bet some hombres be after you skirts. Maybe even begging you to shack up permanent, huh?
Hector, I'm not on the market for rhinestone daisy bridal veils.
Oh, not now, not now. Later, maybe. Quien sabe? Who can say, look, you and me, we ought to stay in touch.
We will. You owe me.
Huh? Owe you?
Don't get upset. I take installment payments with no interest. Just solid, reliable, straight information whenever I want it.
You mean you snitch?
We call them confidential informants.
Wait, hey, Cagney. Hey! Hey, Cagney! I leveled with you.
Hey, Hector, I'm leveling with you. Look at it this way. Some other cop could still send you up for grand larceny auto. It's up to you.
Yeah. Oh. Hey. Hiya, Chris. I've been in the beauty parlor all day. They got me fixed up like a poodle. What do you think? Harvey hates it too. I hate it, and I'm gonna wash it out. Come on, take your coat off. So I'm 2 hours under the dryer. I was thinking about your car.
Oh, I found it.
48 hours, you found it. Great.
Well, I think I found it. I found the thief. What a little con man. I'm telling you, he'd have a great political career if he ever went straight. Anyway, he took me to where he laid it off, and I'm gonna go by tomorrow with a search warrant.
Great. So you didn't need me for any new angles after all, huh? Listen, you want a drink? No. Bob just went out for pizza. You want to stay for dinner? I told him you like onions.
Listen, you really fixed up the apartment, huh? New slip covers and everything.
Yeah, and pillows. Now, I think I finally figured it out about needlepoint. It looks easy, but it's hard on the eyes, believe me. Little tiny stitches. And see the kitchen cabinets here? Harvey's been promising for years to paint these, and I was home. I painted them myself. Put new shelf paper, new curtains, cleaned out all the closets. A lot of things. I keep busy.
Still keeping busy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been reading cookbooks cover to cover, and there's this new biography of Lincoln. It's very interesting. Interesting man.
I wish you could hear yourself.
Hmm?
You're cleaning out closets and you're papering shelves and reading biographies. You're filling your time, Mary Beth. You're making up stuff to stay home.
I'm doing what I want to do.
Listen, Mary Beth, I know what's going on in your mind. You're afraid if you come back to work, everybody's going to be walking on eggshells around you because you had cancer. Hell, even the word is scary. But you beat it.
Yeah, I beat it for now. But they're all going to be waiting around. Seeing if I have a relapse any minute. You think they're going to ever give me a chance at Major K squads?
So work your tail off and prove they're wrong. Maybe you lose a couple of years, but you're smart.
Couple years? How would you feel if you had to wait till you were 40 before you got another chance at the sergeant's exam?
So you're gonna quit? For what? Do more needlepoint?
Now, what's it to you anyway? Not gonna harm your precious career any. You don't need me.
Let me tell you something, Mary Beth. When they first told me I was gonna be partnered with a woman, I was not too thrilled. Frankly, I told my father I didn't think you could cut it. And then after he met you know what he said? He said, there's a woman who knows people. Christine, you can't go out on the streets without having a partner who knows people. Next to me, I think you're the best cop in action I've ever seen. Sometimes it may be better. Because you keep your head when it's screwed on straight. I think you're damn selfish to throw away everything we got going for us.
Man with a hot pizza. Man with a hot pizza coming through.
Hey, Luigi's personal delivery. Best pizza in 5 boroughs. Hi, Chris.
Hiya, Harvey.
Hiya, sweetheart. Hey. All right. We got pepperoni for me and the boys, sausage and onions for the blonde, and anchovies for the lady of the house. Now, is that true love or what?
Harvey, I'm sorry. I gotta get home and start boning up for my sergeant's interview.
Hey, come on, Chris. You got it knocked. What are you doing? Stay for dinner, right, hon?
No, I'm sorry I can't. Thank you. Bye, Margaret.
Something the matter here?
No, she's just got her mind on the sergeant's interview, that's all.
What about you, babe? Feel bad about missing it?
Are you kidding? Who needs that pressure, huh? Why don't you go tell the boys that, listen, tell them they'll love it. Mom didn't cook tonight.
Okay. Mom didn't cook tonight. Mikey, Harvey, pizza.
Show's on, gang.
Yeah, listen, it has been 3 hours since I called for the search warrant. What, is it coming by way of Canarsie or what? Well, then find out where the good judge tees off and track him down.
Cagney, you know I'm getting worried about you. Getting all upset over a car. This might be a good time to take a hard look at your priorities. You know what I mean? Bonbon and I, we were discussing this the other day. Friendship, health, a nice body to keep you warm at night. These are the important things in life.
Thank you, Victor, for that piece of inspiration.
You're welcome.
In the meantime, my car is on a slow boat to China.
I disagree. I think Marcus is right. Probably Marseille.
Maybe Genoa.
Cagney. You know, I've been bending the rules, keeping you on desk duty this long.
I know that, Lieutenant.
It's time that you started thinking about a new partner. Nelman has given you the option of picking from 4 available detectives, and I've got a list of their names here. Why don't you look them over and let me know? I will need to know by next week.
It's not a lot of time.
Cagney, it's got to be next week, or I'm going to have to make the assignment without your input.
Yes, Lieutenant?
You know, I had 10 partners over the years. Some were better than others, some were just... One way or another, you make it work with all of them. Hey, not even marriages last forever, you know?
$99.
That's only 4/10 of a degree above normal.
A fever's a fever, Harvey. Now, here, drink some more juice.
I'm gonna drown.
Don't smart mouth me, Harv.
Mom, how come you never liked this before?
Like what?
We'd have to be half dead before you let us skip school. Mom, can I go to school, please? I feel fine, honest.
Oh, honey, it's after 11 o'clock.
I could still make gym class. Could you write me a late note, Mom?
Sergeant's candidate Cagney, we have a case of grand larceny. Let's get started on the investigation procedure.
What is the object stolen, sir?
Grand larceny auto.
Oh, see,
Coleman, is Cagney back yet?
Not yet, Lieutenant, but look who's here showing pictures of her kitchen, sir. She repainted it.
Yeah?
Afternoon, sir. I just came by to pick up some more of those insurance forms.
Well, I could have mailed one to you. Saved you a trip.
Oh, no, that's all right. I was downtown anyway.
Yeah, living the life of Riley while the rest of us slave away, right, Lacey?
Oh, come on, Coleman. Don't kid a kidder. I remember the swell times you guys have down here.
Swell times.
Back, Mary Beth.
Hi. Anything new on your car?
It should be. I'm just waiting to hear about the search warrant.
Well, you just missed it. I sent Miss Becky and Petrie out with it.
Is Becky and Petrie?
Well, they said you wanted to move fast.
You can't give them my collar.
I can't what?
What she meant, sir, is maybe they'll need a backup, sir.
And how do you figure that?
Come on, Lieutenant. It's my car. They don't even know
The neighborhood. They don't know the neighborhood, sir. And she checked it out last night, right?
That's it. That's what I did. I went and I checked out the whole area. It's a very bad place, Lieutenant. I'm telling you, there's a lot of gang warfare, and it's a dangerous collar, and I just feel that they should have
Every advantage, sir. Every advantage.
I want to be there for my brothers in blue.
Yes, sir. It's like you always say, sir. It's a fine line between us and them, sir.
Team spirit, huh? I like that. Get out of here, the bonians.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You coming?
You want me to?
You want to?
Yeah, I want to.
Come on.
What's the matter, Christine? The accelerator broken? I got 10 minutes on you.
Will you look at the traffic? Got a bunch of old women driving out here today.
Well, if I was you, Christine, I'd get on the horn and tell them I was on my way.
Just gonna do that, as a matter of fact.
Hey, Cagney, we're trying to save your baby before the key sheeters get a great buy in the black market.
I will save my own baby. Thank you very much. It's my car, my lead, and my collar. You got that?
Hey, there's no time, Cagney. At this moment, even as we speak, some very nasty men could be boarding it up on a big old ocean liner to take it far, far away.
Shove off, Miss Becky. Petrie!
Don't you worry, Chris. We're heading him off at the pass. We can't let you go into that den of thieves alone. Over.
Hey, she's not alone, you smart mouth.
First come, first serve, girls. Oh, listen, don't worry, Cagney. We'll hold the bad guys for your personal interrogation. Over.
We believe those clowns.
Florida.
Whoa!
Hold on. Oh, Lord. It's all right.
Let's go!
I don't got my gun! All right, you can have mine!
Hold it right there, you creep!
Don't shoot, lady. I get. Please, don't shoot.
You have the right to remain silent. If you give up the right to remain silent, anything you say with his rights. Where's my car?
What car?
My 68 Canary Yellow Vet.
That's a piece of junk.
Junk! It is a classic!
Hey, let me tell you about that car. The night he came in, that lousy transmission was busted. It's been up in that lot for 3 days. It's a bomb.
Now you can read him his rights.
Thank you. You put your hands on the wall, turn around. You have the right to remain silent. Give up the right to remain silent.
Jerry, you there? I got a 73 Chevy out of commission at toll booth number 2, the Triborough.
Some car, Chris. It's good you got it back.
Yeah. You believe that? The transmission. I just paid $800 for the transmission. Oil leak, too. Nobody can figure out where it comes from. I've had to 6 different mechanics, and none of them can figure it out. You know what? With the maintenance, the parking, and the insurance, you know how much insurance costs where I live?
What?
Want to know something, Mary Beth?
What?
I never really liked that car.
You never really liked the car?
The color. I love the color. The car's been nothing but a problem.
And you just risked both our necks to get it back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for your help.
Sure. Was a neat little collar.
Yeah. Listen, you want to have lunch one day next week?
Every day. Unless, of course, you got other plans.
Every day?
Yeah, they still give us an hour for lunch, right?
An occasional drink at Muldoon's?
Occasional.
Like today?
You're still on the clock till 5, Christine. You got a lot of paperwork.
Me?
Yeah, I'm not checking in till Monday.
Petrie and his Becky got a lot of paperwork. I'm having a drink with my partner.
You knew. You knew!
You made a liar out of me.
Wait a minute, that's not true. What you were seeing, lady, was a 7-year-old rape victim. Are we talking about Nazi Germany? No, we're talking about here, now. Anybody under 16 years old. We're charging her father with rape.
They're taking him away. This is your fault. Stop it! Look, it's a lie. Make them tell the truth.
Objection, Your Honor.
It's a lie. It's a lie.
To hell with the agony of defeat. I love a victory. We aim to please, Christine. One of the better judges, I might add. A woman. When she sees the tape of Shauna with the doll, we're home free. Did you believe Jenny on that stand this morning? That is one tough little girl. Ah, winning is wonderful. 4, please.
Yes, ma'am.
They still in Chambers?
No news is good news.
How are you doing?
Shauna's still in there.
She'll be.
Almost finished. I'll be right back.
How's it going?
Don't get your hopes up. He's proved the Bards have an X-rated movie channel.
So they like to watch dirty movies, too. That should make our case better.
She's questioning the use of our videotapes, says that Shauna could be mimicking something she saw on television.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Oh, hey, we knew what we were up against.
Yeah, stronger attorney.
Thank you.
We did the right thing pulling those kids in, Rhonda.
Damn right. It was a good judgment call.
No one said it wasn't. But the fact is, I'm in court with almost no evidence.
You didn't see Jenny's face when we walked into that family fight.
Jenny's face is not the issue here. I'm up against an attorney who is making Dad look like Mr. Clean and Jenny like the bad seed.
We have an older sister protecting a little one from a pervert father. We could beat Gordon on this one, Rhonda.
They're getting ready to start. Your Honor, acting out with the doll was the only means Shauna had to talk about the molestation.
Even if the behavior is not mimicked, the tape is still inadmissible.
But since you won't allow her to testify because she can't understand the oath, this tape is her testimony.
Since the tape can't be cross-examined, it would deny the defense's right to cross-examination.
What a crock. It's a catch-22.
Now, regarding the medical report, there was no evidence of penetration and nothing to support that the vaginal irritation was caused by sexual contact.
What about Shauna's word, Your Honor?
In my chambers, Shauna denied any sexual contact with her father. But still, Mr. Bard, families rarely end up in this court unless something's going on. I suggest you obtain family counseling. What we have here is a serious allegation by one child that's denied by the other, supported by only
No matter
the
what we
sketchy.
get, it's never enough.
I'm reticent to break up families based on nothing more substantive than a child's testimony. Testimony which in many cases we've seen recanted by the child after a family has been destroyed. Because there is insufficient evidence, I find no grounds for removal.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Jenny, you lied to me.
Jenny, we did our best.
Tell that to my little
Come on.
sister. Don't talk to them.
We believe you're telling the truth, Jenny.
So what?
Go ahead, talk to her again. It's called harassment.
What do you call what you did to those kids on the witness stand?
Cross-examination.
Ah, my butt.
Ain't justice grand.
Yeah, when are we going to see something?
One of those kids? Harvey says son of Sam and Hitler. Lee Harvey Oswald. A lot of these psychopaths were abused children. At the very least, those little girls have probably beat their own kids.
Jenny is not going to be a murderer.
I didn't say that, Chris.
She's a very angry girl who has every right to be. How would you like it if nobody believed you?
The whole legal thing is stacked against juveniles.
Chafing from tight underpants. Who in the hell do they think they're kidding? That little girl was molested, Mary Beth, and she was just too scared to say so. And Jenny thought, of course, that we were going to fix it.
If they'd allowed the evidence, that's what we would have done.
Why doesn't that make me feel better?
Okay, loosen your belt, honey. Here it comes. Moo, shoe, pork. You think we could generate a little enthusiasm here?
I'm sorry, Jerry. It's terrific. Really, it is. I just had a bad day in court.
Hey, you win some, you lose some, Chrissy. It comes with the territory.
I know it. So you're going to be back in uniform, huh? Sounds like a good idea to me.
Nope. I will be wearing a blazer with one of the little emblems on the pocket. I mean, we are talking very low key here. I am going to be guarding magnetic tape. That stuff is even more valuable than cash these days. Right, Bryce?
Industrial security, huh? Has a very high-class ring to it.
Hey, we are talking growth industry here.
You gonna be packing a piece?
You don't think they'd be paying me $500 a week if they could get by with some fly-by-night rent-a-cop, do you? Sweet and sour shrimp.
$500 a week plus your pension? That's not bad.
Why do you think I'm moving so fast here? I called Danny Whalen. The kid is very big at Pinkerton these days. Hey, Gro?
The kid is 55 years old, Charlie.
Yeah, and he's where he is today because he had one hell of a teacher. Danny never forgot that. So I had to make a few phone calls for me, and then I follow up by asking them point blank, when do I come in for my physical? They said tomorrow morning at 8:30, and last but not least, your personal favorite, spare ribs.
What'd you do, buy out the whole restaurant? You gotta let me pay for half of this, Charlie.
What are you talking about? This is my treat. Chrissy, your old man is working again. What are you so happy about?
You should have done this a long time ago, Pop.
Yeah, you got that one right, Sergeant Daughter. Is he?
So I tell a guy, don't tell me how to read plans. Let's get the architect out here. Would you eat your pork chop, Mikey?
So the architect is coming in tomorrow?
3 o'clock. And I'm going to tell them both, Mary Beth, stay off my case and get yourselves a new contractor.
Oh, she should be over that lousy colic by now.
No one in my family ever had colic.
Maybe that's what I've got.
Hold it, honey. Now she stopped.
Michael, you're not eating.
I don't feel too good. I got sick at school today. Do you think it's colic?
Only babies get colic, Mikey.
He's faking. Oh, for crying out loud. Go check on her for me, would you please?
How come nobody gets to finish a meal around here?
Has he got a fever?
No. Does it hurt bad?
It's my stomach, Mom.
You feel like you're gonna throw up?
But I think I'm too sick to go to school tomorrow.
You need work on your grades, Mikey. You're still adjusting to the new school. Sometimes you just gotta tough things out.
Yeah, but if he's really sick, Harvey, you have to tell us, sweetheart, because you're the one that knows how you feel.
I think she's wet.
You could have changed her.
I'll lose my appetite.
This is nice, huh?
This whole thing is a waste of time. What do you mean? I made $17 yesterday. Victor, I met the stakeout. Oh, Coleman, give me something real, something I can sink my teeth into.
Mrs. Chandler called. She wants to know if you got anything on a dog yet.
Thanks. Not much of a meal. What about me? Anything personal?
Cupboard's bare. You must be slipping. Hey, it's Becky. Got any without Saul? Gotta watch my blood pressure. On the house, Joe.
Get a promotion, Miss Becky?
Cagney, you're gonna be sorry you didn't come in on this one.
Get it, Victor. It's a dead-end stakeout. Put the outfit, Victor. It's you.
What do you want to do with this?
Send it down to records, I guess.
Okay. Got a jewelry heist on Lexington. We got the Pitts B&E.
Whichever, either one's fine with me.
We can't just waltz in there and yank them again because we don't like their home life, Christine.
Unless we dig a little deeper. Come up with something else on Mr. Clean.
We're not going to get anything more out of Jenny. We should be looking for busybody neighbors, checking Bard's employment record.
She might remember something. She knows we're still around.
Gordon might say we're harassing a witness.
I just want to make sure she's okay.
Okay.
They didn't believe me. They sent us home even after I told them.
Your little sister told the judge that nothing went on.
I was afraid of what would happen if she told the truth.
What would happen?
Is your father threatening you?
It must be scary for you.
Look, I'm not scared for me. Look, Shauna can't fight back.
Jenny, we're not giving up on this.
I told her she'd be okay. You made a liar out of me.
Wait a minute, that's not true. Jenny!
What?
We're not the enemy. I'm trying to help you.
I don't need your help.
Jenny, go to your team. They're waiting for you.
Look, I'll take care of Shauna myself. Go find somebody else to save.
Magic touch for kids, huh, Mary Beth?
It's not you, Chris. Why should she trust anybody?
Thank you very much. Bard's home a lot during the day. So's Harvey. Well, what did you get?
Nice guy, good parent, quiet. A real old-time family man.
It's like checking out Robert Young. Nobody's like that in the 80s.
Not a nosy Parker in the bunch. I couldn't believe it. You'd think aside from the one incident, somebody would have heard something.
It's a quiet crime.
Muriel once, Harvey twice.
Samuel's in.
Not back from the district meeting.
Hi.
What do you say we get a shot of you with the Coke there to take your back? I told you how it happened. That was saved out. I was saved out of the pretzel bin. You ever see a pretzel bin? Sergeant Coleman. I told you. What do you say to get a picture of you with the Coke there, Detective Fishbeck?
Beck. I-S-B-E-C-K-I.
Okay, I got it. Now, what about the Coke?
Yeah, the Coke, the M16's the cash. I'll tell you all about it.
That one could have been ours, Mary Beth. But oh no, I said it was a dead-end stakeout. Huh?
You want to do good or you want to be on TV? Don't answer that.
Mr. Lacey, for you on line 2.
Thanks. Harvey, what's going on? Well, did Muriel take him to the doctor? How come you had to take off from work? Well, I'm sorry she couldn't reach me, honey. So what you're telling me is the doctor couldn't find anything wrong. Well, doctors don't know everything, Harvey. He would not have come home from school if it didn't hurt. Because I know, because I'm his mother. I'll be there as soon as I can, Harv.
Even Charlie's got a machine. Hi, where are you? Out celebrating the new job? Call me when you get back. Let me know how your first day went. Bye.
I'll be right back.
Is everything all right?
Michael came home from school with a stomachache and Harvey's mad at me.
That's logical.
I didn't need it. Lieutenant, I kept watching. Lieutenant! Yes. Can we get you sounding official for the 6 o'clock news?
Official would be easy. I'm going to try proud.
Oh, great. Can we set it up in here?
No, not in here. Out in the booking area.
Oh,
Come on, let's
great.
go on back out there.
Excuse me, wait, Lieutenant, before you start that, could we talk to you a minute?
Oh, that's
No, I
beautiful,
promise
Cagney.
it's
That's
easy,
really
guys.
beautiful. We get the collar of the year, and you're going to make us miss the evening news.
Victor, we're working on child abuse here.
Hey, I care about kids as much as the next guy, but you know the chances of making one of those things stick.
Victor, the camera will wait for a minute.
Okay. Okay.
You're a prince, Becky.
We'll be out in a minute.
Thank you, Lieutenant. It's about the Bard case.
I thought that was dismissed.
It was, sir.
But we know he's guilty, Lieutenant.
We went to see Jenny Bard again today, sir, and we are convinced she's telling the truth.
What we need is to stall for a little time. While we're at it, put some pressure on Bard.
I want to know one thing up front. We talking lawsuits here?
This is all totally above board.
Daryl Bard checked out with his neighbor, sis, so we went downtown.
It just so happens the Bronx has a request out. They're looking for a suspect in a series of street molestations, little girls.
Daryl Bard works in the Bronx, sir.
Wait a minute. Hold it a second. Let me guess. The description matches?
Not
Close
exactly,
enough
sir.
to bring him in for questioning.
Sounds like the two of you are grabbing at straws. Well, the most you could hold him for was a couple of hours.
We'll take it.
And may we lean on him a little bit, sir, learn some more.
All right, bring him in, but only for questioning.
Thanks.
More slowly.
Is my tie straight tonight?
Looks good to me, sir.
Get in the horn.
Who is it?
Police, open the door, please.
Again? What do you want?
We need to talk to your husband, ma'am.
No, you have no right to be here.
Is he here, Mrs. Bard?
Where else?
Go to your room.
Where is he?
Why don't you just leave us alone?
We're taking your husband downtown for questioning, Mrs. Bard.
I'm not going anywhere.
We'll bring you in for questioning, Mr. Bard. You resemble the description of a child molester wanted in the Bronx.
What?
You work in the Bronx, Mr. Bard?
My God, this is a nightmare. Go to your room, Jenny.
No!
No!
No! You can't do this to us.
Now, I know my rights, detectives. This is harassment. I'm calling my lawyer.
You can make all the phone calls you want from the station house. Come on, you got a coat? Come on.
You can stop this. Tell him that you lied. No! It's the truth. He hurt her. They're taking him away. This is your fault. Let go. You're hurting me. Are you happy now? Mommy, you're hurting me. Are you?
Lucy!
Stop it. Back away.
Please, he won't do it anymore. Please.
Lucy,
he won't do
shut
it
up.
anymore. He won't do it anymore.
Shut up, Lucy! Shut up!
You knew.
You knew. She knows everything. Go ahead and ask her. Ask her.
Call for backup. We're taking these kids.
Michael likes me to turn his pillow over for him when he's got a fever. It's cooler on the other side. It's a mother trick. My mother was not big on hugging.
My mom used to smell like sweet peas.
I ought to hug my kids more. I could trust her with secrets, though.
I should have. We wanted to say goodnight.
Take all the time you want. Look, no matter what happens to them, it's always better that they know that somebody believed them.
How they doing?
Jenny's not talking. Shauna wants to see her mommy.
Her mommy knew.
Kills me every time. Thanks.
Hiya. You getting all settled in?
Are you taking us back to my mommy?
I'm sorry, honey. We can't do that. But I could tuck you in if you like.
I'll do that. It's okay, Shauna. I'm sleeping right next to you.
Sleep with me, Jenny.
Sure, I will.
How about a bedtime story, then?
All right.
Okay. You know the story of the itty-bitty spider?
Yeah.
You do? Tell it to me.
The incy-wincy spider crawled up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. So the incy-wincy spider crawled up the water spout. Ah. Oh, gosh.
Why is she trying to be so nice?
Mary Beth? She has kids of her own. In fact, she has a little baby girl.
How about the itsy-bitsy spider goes like this?
At least you don't try to act that way.
Itsy-bitsy spider up the water spout like that.
So what happens now?
Just climb up.
I don't know. You want to stay away from your parents for a while?
Down comes the rain, wipes the spider out. friends.
Why can't me and Shauna go live somewhere else?
It's up to the judge to decide.
I don't want to go back there.
Yeah, I got that.
Down comes the rain, wipes the spider out.
Well, you stay here tonight. There's not much else we can do until we come out with more evidence.
Spider crawls up the spout again.
Right, because why?
Because all the rain has dried up and he's happy.
And he had a lot of courage, right? He kept
They send
on
us
going,
back.
Right?
He'll really get Shauna.
Right. What do you think that spider did when it wasn't raining?
Why do you say that, Jenny?
He's trying to go up the spout to make a web.
That's right, to work, right?
How do you know?
Who's that? Who is that?
How do yours?
Yeah, what's his name?
Cuddles.
Cuddles? Is that because you cuddle?
Yeah.
What a bedtime story. My kids used to like that one about the little engine that could, you know that one? About that engine that wouldn't give up no matter what, you know. Well, it goes something like
Jenny.
Once upon a time, there was this train.
Why do you say that?
And toys and goodies of all descriptions for these boys and girls who lived on the other side of this huge mountain. Well, the engine broke down about halfway up this mountain. But a small girl who was on the train said, hey, don't worry.
Because I lied to you before.
But the old engine said that he would try to help us with this tiny little yard engine, you know, never pulled anything as big as this heavy train. It had never been up this huge mountain. So when he
When I
started
was little.
he chunks up and he takes a hold of the train and he begins to pull. But the train was too heavy for him. He huffed and he puffed and
He did it to me.
and he tugged because he knew that these boys and girls on the other side of the mountain deserved to get it. So he was doing his best, the very best that he could. Because since he couldn't think of any of us to do. So you know what he said? I think I can.
Kids lie.
Sometimes, yeah. You think Jenny's lying about this?
Her back's against the wall. I think she could say anything to keep Sean out of that house. And no, I don't think she's lying.
Still, we have to find a way to prove it.
Hi, I just left a message for you.
Hey, how'd the medical go?
She has a ruptured hymen. That would confirm what she told us.
What else?
No scarring, no other physical evidence. She took it for 5 years before she had the nerve to say no. She said her father hasn't touched her since she was 10 years old.
Time passes, the body grows, scars disappear.
Maybe the physical ones.
We have to go back?
Different court, different judge.
They didn't believe me the first time.
Well, that was Shauna. This is you. You're 13. You're a better witness.
Jenny will be in criminal court. We're charging her father with rape.
Will they send him to jail?
They might.
Did anybody besides your mother know what he was doing to you? A babysitter? Another relative, a neighbor, maybe? Why didn't you believe her?
Children don't always tell the truth. Sit it up, Betty. Sit it out. Pásala.
That's an excuse, not an explanation.
Jenny was a sweet little girl. Then she started changing, became angry, uncooperative.
A medical examination would have explained that.
We've got parents here who don't even know where their kids go to school. The Bards cared, so I spoke to the mother.
You should have reported it.
What did Mrs. Bard say to you?
That she was pregnant and that Jenny resented it. Just what I was seeing.
What you were seeing, lady, was a 7-year-old rape victim.
Mrs. Ortell, we need you to testify about what Jenny told you.
All right, everybody. Back court. Change positions. What she told me 6 years ago was a kid telling tales.
Well, that's convenient, but we have medical evidence to the contrary, and we have charged Jenny's father with rape. And I think you owe her.
Don't bully me.
Lady, I haven't even started with you. Now, you can either testify willingly or we'll simply have you subpoenaed.
Mrs. Ortell, maybe you're embarrassed, maybe you're worried because you lose your job if you didn't make a report. But think about what Jenny Bard has been through. Mrs. Ortel? Mrs. Ortel, I got 2 boys in public school, and I always figure they're safe there because the teachers are people who listen. Are these kids only faces to you?
Everybody, line up.
It's not over.
We have to get her on the stand.
No problem. We'll just subpoena her.
If she doesn't come in on her own, Christine, she'll be a hostile witness. Gordon will beat us to death with her.
But without her, Mary Beth, we don't have much. Bard's out on bail now.
At least the kids are still at the shelter.
Fine. At the moment, he can't touch them.
You know when I'll feel better? When we lock them up forever.
There's no such thing as forever, Mary Beth.
Kids do all the losing, Harv. They get taken away and punished because the father is some kind of a horrible, unhuman thing. And the mother is no better.
Some people don't deserve their kids. And some kids deserve to see their parents more of the time.
These children lose their neighborhood, their school, their friends. What kind of justice is that?
What about your kids?
I hear you're right, Harv. This case won't go on much longer.
It can't. I'm working full-time now, plus being a single
I don't want
parent.
to fight, Harvey.
That is not my intention.
I said I was sorry that you missed the appointment with the architect.
Yeah, well, maybe if the doctor had found something wrong, it would have been all right.
There's nothing wrong. How come his stomach still hurts?
Because he's gold-bricking, Mary Beth. He doesn't like the new school, and he knows if you baby him, it's going to be all right. That's what I'm talking about. He wants to be mommed.
Fine. I will quit my job and solve everybody's problems.
That's not what I'm saying, and you know it. You know, once in a while, maybe just once in a while, you can take a personal day to be with your own kids.
Hey, Charlie, open up. It's me. Charlie, are you alone? Pop? You okay?
Hey, what do you say, Sergeant? Come on in, join the celebration.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Oh, come on, please. I had some day. Grab a glass. I want you to help me propose a toast to a snot-nosed kid who had the nerve to sit there and say to me...
You didn't get the job.
They rubbed my face in it, Chrissy, just because I got a little mileage on me. I've forgotten more about police work than that punk kid will ever know.
That's enough, Charlie. That's enough. When we were at the hospital, the doctor said if you drank this stuff, I was going to end up some damn orphan. Do you remember that? He said he wasn't kidding around.
I don't
this was
care what
serious.
the doctor said. What do they know? I just like to tie one on once in a while.
Give it to me, Charlie. I mean it. Take it. Charlie!
Hey!
Just give it to me!
Hey, you watch it! God damn it, I used to change your diapers!
He said that you would die.
What are you doing?
He said this stuff would kill you. Well, that may not mean much to you, but it means something to me. This is great. I just love you. Father pickling his liver just so he can get some damn lousy job.
They said I was too old.
So what? So what? If it isn't this job, it'd be another one. It's not the last job in the world, Charlie. You are really ticking me off, Father. What am I going to do with you, Charlie? You're supposed to be stronger than this. You're better than this. You are. You're bigger than this. You're my dad.
Yeah,
Doctor, your report notes Jenny Bard's ruptured hymen. Now, isn't that often the result of sexual intercourse?
It often is.
Thank you, Doctor. I have nothing further.
Doctor, can this also be caused by horseback riding, bicycling, or even a bumpy car ride?
It can, but in this way.
Thank you, Doctor. That's all.
Jenny, do you see the man who raped you in this room today?
Yes.
Point to him, please.
Over there.
Let the record show Jenny pointed out the defendant, Daryl Bard. Now, Jenny, can you remember how old you were when your father first raped you?
I was 5.
Thank you. Your witness.
Jenny, isn't it true you've been having sexual relations with a number of boys for quite some time?
What?
Jenny, isn't this true?
No.
This is what your parents have told me.
Objection, Your Honor.
No, it's a lie!
Even though it pains them terribly, they are willing to testify to this.
Look, it's a lie!
Objection, Your Honor.
It's a lie! It's a lie! Make them tell me!
Objection, Your Honor. That is hearsay and argumentative.
Sustained. I suggest a 10-minute recess.
No.
Somebody makes all the decisions for them. How to think, where to sleep, what to eat, where to live. Are we talking about Nazi Germany? No, we're talking about here, now. Anybody under 16 years old. Did you know that a parent can threaten to cut off his kid's ears in front of 20, 30 people, and there's not a damn thing we can do about it? Unless, of course, the parent happens to pull out the knife right in front of us.
Christine.
Well, the girl was called a whore. All the law cared about is, yeah, but was she really raped? What do they think they did to her in there?
Jenny, isn't it true that your parents have been called to school because of your behavior? And that you've been a runaway? And you were caught shoplifting?
Objection, Your Honor. The social worker has already testified that this is common behavior when a child has been abused.
Overruled.
I wasn't the one. I didn't take anything.
Talk about lynching a 13-year-old.
Jenny, isn't it true that the only reason that you've accused your father is just to get back at him because of the punishment he's given you?
Objection, Your Honor.
Overruled, Ms. Gallegos. It's a pertinent point. Answer the question. Please, Jenny.
That's not why I told.
Jenny, did Detectives Cagney and Lacey tell you that your testimony might keep you out of your parents' home?
Yes. But
And isn't it true that you would like to leave your parents' home?
me and my sister want to live someplace else.
Oh, so she's supposed to answer.
So, you have come to this preliminary hearing to tell us exactly what these two detectives suggested, or maybe even coached you to say.
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained. Mr. Gordon, your point is taken. There's no need to be argumentative.
Your Honor, I suggest that in the total absence of even a single corroborating witness and with no evidence to support their allegations, two overzealous detectives were not above using a disturbed child to fabricate a set of malicious lies to incriminate a father whose sense of devotion to his children has always been above reproach.
Tell, thank you for coming forward. We'll see you again when his case comes to trial.
I'll be there.
And thank you.
Jenny?
Bye.
You were terrific today. Took a lot of courage.
Sergeant Cagney.
You lies may have convinced this judge, but I swear I'm gonna pay you back for all this.
That's enough,
Go ahead, go on. I'll come by and see you later.
Jenny, we love you. We'll have you and Shauna back home soon.
I wouldn't count on it, Mrs. Bard.
I'm talking defamation. I'm talking false arrest. I'm talking slander. You bitches have ruined my life, and I'm gonna show you answer for this. Oh, I know what's behind all this. You two hate men.
There are a few, America.
Obvious solution is to castrate an animal like that. I think I'm coming around.
Come in.
Surprise. Before dinner, too. I heard your stomach is better.
A little. I'm glad you're home.
Me, too. Did you decide what color you like yet?
I'm kind of leaning toward the orange.
Uh-huh. How's school?
It was okay. Oh, I met this other new kid. Transferred from the city. I kind of told him about stuff in Queens during lunch.
Oh, terrific. The inside poop on Queens, huh?
Mom.
You made a new friend already.
Mom, we just ate lunch together.
Wonderful.
It wasn't wonderful. It was Spanish rice, the worst.
Sure, but you felt better after, right? You did a smart thing, Michael.
I did?
Yeah, when you stop being the new kid, you stop being scared.
You think I'm scared in this school? I never said that.
Well, maybe it's me. And when I get afraid of something, I get stomach pains.
It really did hurt, Mom.
I know. You want me to fix that forever?
Yeah, forever.
Okay. Come here. One here. One here. All right, where exactly is this pain?
Right there.
Right?
Right there.
There. Fixed. Fixed. Fixed.
You did a good job today, Jenny. And now you have to do it again.
Again?
9 o'clock tomorrow morning, family court.
I have to tell it again?
Well, it's another custody hearing. Your parents are challenging our right to keep you and Sean away from them.
You mean we still might have to go home?
We're gonna do everything in our power to make sure that doesn't happen.
I'm gonna go inside. Sean's waiting for me.
Wait a minute, Jenny. We won today. And we're gonna be there for you again tomorrow. And then it'll be over soon.
Is that another promise?
I don't make promises I can't keep. I'll see you tomorrow. What could be taking so long? How many questions could the judge ask?
Personally, I'm glad we're in here.
I'd like to thank you girls for being so brave and truthful in helping me determine the facts. But now you have to wait outside till we finish in here.
I think I smell a wind.
It's about time.
I want to stay with my mommy.
You'll see your mom in a few minutes, honey.
It's okay, Shauna. You'll be with me.
I've had reservations about this case. But in the light of the testimony presented this morning, I find Jenny and Shauna Bard shall remain in the custody of Special Services for Children pending.
Can't do that, Your Honor. We're the parents, for God's sake.
Sit down, Mr. Bard, before I find you in contempt. The girls will remain in custody pending an investigation.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Until that time, each of the girls will be placed in foster homes.
Judge.
Get a table. I'll be along in a minute.
Your Honor, you can't separate them.
They depend on each other, Your Honor.
Look, you've both done a commendable job, but it's finished now.
With respect, we're trying to do right by these children. They've been bounced around since we took them out of that house. What, do we tell them now they can't be together?
Would you rather leave them at home, or do we remove them and treat them the way the law indicates? Down. Look, every effort will be made to put them in a home together as soon as one's available.
Well, when is that going to be?
Look, I'm following regulations. I just don't invent new rules here.
Well, somebody damn well better, because the ones they have for kids don't work.
I agree. Excuse me, I'm late. Down, please.
Every effort will be made.
I can't tell you how long it'll be, because I don't know.
I'm not gonna stay there. I'll go find Sean and we'll go live somewhere else.
Miss Timmons is going to do everything she can. The homes are not that far apart. You could visit, maybe.
Jenny, this is Randy Curtis. He'll be taking you to the Gooden house.
Jenny.
Wait. Don't worry. I'll talk with you tonight on the phone.
Well, at least somebody finally believed them.
Yeah. Not really. Somebody believed the grown-up. Where would they be if the teacher hadn't come forward?
It'll be okay. It's okay. I promise.
Well, shall we? Shana, we have to go.
No.
It'll be fine.
No.
We'll see each other real soon, okay?
No.
Thanks, Randy.
Be in touch, Jenny.
Hang in, honey.
You know, some days you say you hate this job.
Yeah.
I'm having one of those days.
Yeah.
Charlie started drinking again.
Oh, gee. I'm sorry, Chris. What are you going to do?
I don't know.
Mrs. Lacey, may I be perfectly blunt?
Call me Mary Beth.
I can't believe she said that.
Keep your mind open and your mouth shut, Chris. You'd be surprised what you could learn.
Your assignment is to extract a confession.
Is this where they teach the boneheads how to use rubber hoses?
Mothers do not rat on their sons.
Would you quit sticking your nose into other people's business? As soon as you stop poking your face where it's not welcome.
I got the feeling that this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dupnik, huh?
I want every filthy detail.
Snowballs, salami. Oh, wait. Santa flush. You ever notice how all the good words start with S?
He's back, isn't he, Mrs. Kenkel? He goes to Jersey, he gets bored up to his eyebrows.
When all of a sudden, an evil gleam comes to his eyes.
Be careful, Christine. My son has a reputation. You
For
should...
destroying public property.
For God's sake, crime is running helter-skelter in our streets, and you gotta come here and badmouth my son, all because he has a little small weakness.
Where is he, Mrs. Kenkel?
What are you kidding? The two of you with enough horsepower to kill half the antelopes in North America, and you gotta come here hunting down my Bernie.
All we want to do is help him. Get him to somebody who understands his problem.
I want to help him. Why not? Maybe he can learn a new skill. like biting the heads off of chickens.
Well, it sure as hell beats his little act with the pipe cutter.
Christine, what do you want from me? If he's in the closet you want, I should open it. You're looking very good, Mary Beth. That's a nice sweater.
Yeah, if you hear from him, Mrs. Kenkel, we want to know.
Hey, he's my son. You think he calls? He doesn't call. Your children, do they write? Do they call? Please. All right, I'm going. So, search the apartment. Thank you. And you finish lockup. Christine, you know where the crackers are?
So he cuts the heads off parking meters and stuffs his socks with nickels. Do I care? Hang hats on him. Use them as hitching posts.
Blame it on the video revolution, Christine. He probably rented Cool Hand Luke a jillion times.
I don't care if a television dropped on his head and he dreamt in Technicolor.
I had a dream about Paul Newman once.
Go ahead, Mary Beth. Ridicule me. Change the subject.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, sir, but no way, no how. Stupid, I'm ignorant, I'm untrainable. My wife's got flat feet. What? Wife? You got no wife, you divorced your wife. It's a matter of interpretation, Lieutenant.
What's going on?
Lieutenant Thornton signed up Carrasco and Esposito for a refresher course at the academy.
Oh, that's terrible.
But I wouldn't give to see their faces.
Word is, they're not the only victims.
Cagney Lacey, in my office. That's right. The Bodias are included.
Nothing would give me greater pleasure, Lieutenant, than to be serving this department. But are you talking to Cagney, the CO, or the soldier on the front lines? Because there is a war going on out there, Lieutenant.
Don't tell me we bombed Russia.
It's the meter mauler, sir.
An attack on parking meters is an attack on the authority and fiber of this entire city.
Gee, Cagney, I know just how you feel about civil disobedience. Let's blow up Thornton. The four of you have been signed, sealed, and delivered for the next 3 mornings into the wonderful world of interrogation. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, sir.
Don't thank me, thank Thornton. Thank Inspector Nelman. It's his pet project. Let's blow up Nelman.
Lieutenant, they got rid of that stupid course years ago.
Well, they're thinking of bringing it back, Cagney. All right, the four of you, do not screw up. Because you know how Nelman feels about his pet projects.
So what are we, his guinea pigs?
Think of it as a growth experience. Dismissed.
If I have to play the Puerto Rican perp, I'm going right to the Union.
Did Einstein go back to practice his multiplication? Did Van Gogh go back to bone up on his brushwork?
If you keep your mind open and your mouth shut, Chris, you'd be surprised what you could learn.
I know. It's the smell. Smell triggers memory better than any of your standard 5 senses, right?
Well, I am happy to know that you occasionally listen to me. Remember barfing your guts up after PT?
I knew it was going to come to this sooner or later.
Remember, get your hands out of your pocket, cadet. You should be prepared to fire at all times.
I had an instructor who ran us straight into a wall.
They made me carry the marching rock.
Excuse me?
Steingrove. Remember Sergeant Steingrove? Did you get that same lecture we got?
Which one?
Clyde, like in the river in Scotland.
Ivan, like the terrible.
And
if I am seized by a terminal disease,
I will sit on a keg of dynamite and light it.
Ugh. What I would have given to have held that match. Steingrove. Think he bought the farm?
Yeah, but it wasn't dynamite, it was the BQE. I heard he cut off a truckload of sewer pipe.
Great. Hey, huh? Is this where they teach the boneheads how to use rubber hoses? What, are you sensitive about rubber?
Manny, Al, save us a seat.
Mary Beth, would you get hold of yourself?
Oh.
Holy Mother of Generosity.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Mrs. Lacey. Happy day.
Are you all right? Here, let me help you.
No, please. Don't touch.
Well, you remember Sergeant Cagney?
Droopney? Guess I owe you one for the battling Bensons.
Can you hold on until the star's clear?
Oh, none of us have that kind of time.
Please, Detective Dutnick, if there is something wrong here, aside from the door, I mean...
Wrong? What could possibly be wrong? I save your butt when it's in the sling, and what do I get? A bouquet. A medley of happy flowers which gave me hay fever.
Of all the rotten nerve.
Do I receive a magnificent dinner? A royal feast like a pinhead lawyer? No.
Have you been spying on me?
You know what your problem is, sweetheart? You just don't know how to say thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am your instructor, Sergeant Clyde Ivan Steingrove. Clyde.
He's dead. He promised me he was dead.
D-E. Clyde. Like the river? In Scotland? Ivan. I-V-A-N. Like the terror.
And if I'm seized by a terminal disease...
You. Both of you.
Nice to see you again, sir.
Why aren't you in uniform?
It's Detective Sergeant.
Detective Sergeant Cagney, sir.
Yeah, sure, I remember. Charlie Cagney's little girl.
And Detective Second Grade Lacey, sir.
All right, Lucy, and the rest of you experts, listen.
Lacey, sir.
All right, listen up. To understand today's perps, you must understand the science of shaking hands. And it begins with the yes attitude. It starts with a friendly visit. Hey, Johnny. Nice to see you today. How are you? Now, sit down, sit down. Well, you like sports, Johnny? Oh, it's a good team. Would you like a cigar?
How do you feel about chainsaws?
Oh, you did? A year ago. Well, it's smart. Now, if the suspect happens to be a fisherman, right, relate to him some of your own personal experiences of fishing to encourage him to continue the dialogue. But remember, give them a little room. Remember the rules of interpersonal space. At least 18 inches to 4 feet. Now, in some of the Asian cultures, Mexican nations...
Next stop, the Twilight Zone.
Japan, height! 6 feet.
Do roses and daisies go together?
Not without mass casualties.
All right. How about this? What do you think? This Charlie's in the 39th Fair. It's a conversation piece.
Good. We're gonna need it.
Tony, would you calm down? He's your father, for Christ's sake. I mean, if you're so nervous, take him to Mama Leone's. Here.
Tired of being yelled at in restaurants. It's always the same. He wants to retire, make me take over the family business.
So be assertive. Say no. What's the big deal?
There isn't anyone else. I may be bent, but I'm the last Stantonopoulos.
Oh, big whoopee, Tony. I mean, you were not put on this planet to sell olive oil.
You didn't exactly put up a fight when your father dragged you into the family business.
For your information, being a cop was my idea.
Charlie didn't put any pressure on you?
He wasn't like that at all. Besides, what does that have to do with olive oil and place settings?
Harvey. Harvey, look at this. I can't even believe I still have this.
Have what, babe?
This.
A hunk of wood. That's very nice. Call it sentimental.
This is from the Academy obstacle course. I caught it in my knee, going over the monster wall. Look at that. There's still blood on it, you can see. See that?
Yep. That's quite a collection you have here, Mary Beth. I can hardly wait to see what you're keeping on our marriage.
Oh, my Lord. Harvey, look at us.
Is that far out or what, huh?
And there's Walter's old Buick. It's not a car, it's a Batmobile.
Oh, my goodness. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Holy heartthrob. Check out the bitchin' baby, the uniform.
I have one of the original epaulets here.
Yep. I can still see it there in your spit shines in 38. The trigger pressure is roughly equivalent to lifting a gallon milk jug by the finger, you told me. All I could think of was, I'm falling for Annie Oakley.
We were a couple kids.
I remember the first time you kissed me. I felt those brass buttons up against my chest.
You tried to unbutton them.
Wanted to peek at the merchandise.
Tried the peaches at the A&P, I told you.
I was crazy about you.
I know.
How about a peek?
Try the A&P.
I got a better idea.
Uh-huh.
You still got the uniform in the closet?
Not a chance, Harvey. Not even if you would have forced me.
How about, just the hat?
Even though Detective Dubnik did fail to maintain eye contact and bodily awareness, he did manage to elicit a confession from Detective Renz. Good work, Dubnik.
Thank you, Sergeant. Just attempting to implement your technique, sir.
Oh, brother.
Remember your signal blunters. And don't forget the 5 Ps, which are... Lucy?
Lacey, sir. Prior planning prevents poor performance.
Remember, you're all being graded.
I can't believe
on the
she
basis
said
of
that.
body language, which means that if you're sitting there with your arms folded across in front of your chest, you're not paying attention to the subject of interrogation. You have your mind on the 4:15 leaving for East Cupcake. All right, let's have the next team up there. It'll be Lucy against Carrazza, followed by Cagney against Esposito. Now, the crime is the attempted torching of Gracie Mansion. We will be watching.
Al. You want to tell me about it?
Wasn't me. I didn't do it.
It's no good, Al. While your lips are saying no, your heart is crying yes. You know what your mother would say?
My mother?
Only a mother can know the pain of a son who follows the crooked road.
My mother always told me cheaters never prosper.
If you confess, I think that she would forgive you, Al.
She would?
I would.
We don't want you, Esposito. Here, relax. Make yourself comfortable. Enjoy yourself. You see, it's your partner that we want. It was his idea, wasn't it? He lit the match and he forced you, right? Manny? Be smart, kid, huh? Talk to me. You don't owe him anything. Do you hear what I'm saying, Manny? Relax. Relax. Enjoy yourself. Be comfortable. Are we having fun yet? Do you like to fish and hunt? I can't hear you, Manny. Can you hear me?
No hablo inglés.
Thanks, Lucy. A C. You gave me a C for that.
C minus.
Whose side are you on, anyway?
Christine, when some of us grade others of us have to learn how to accept their grade.
Says who?
You invaded his interpersonal space.
I'm going to invade his face.
You threatened him.
I said it was a nice day.
Nice day to light matches? You threatened to do it too, not him.
I was trying to bond with his love for music. Mary Beth.
The use of fear and anxiety as motivating forces should be avoided at all costs. The interview room should be private, the furniture comfortable. There should be no glaring lights or signs of restraint. And remember the rules of interpersonal space and signal bluntly. When you've let the horse crawl out of the barn, isn't it just
Oh, go on.
for a gentle
Do you
shove
mind?
from a fourth-floor window? Isn't that right, Sergeant Cagney? Well, which is it, Sergeant? Come on, Cagney. I thought your roots were blue. The class eagerly awaits your answer.
I'll go with the flow.
Is that yes?
A what?
It's not.
No. I mean, yes.
You'll be glad to know that you agreed that the fall out of a 4-story window is the most effective deterrent against crime. The West wasn't won with a registered gun, was it, Sergeant Cagney? All right, that's enough for today, everybody. Cagney! Can I see you a moment?
Sorry, I have to buy some cement for a friend.
Well, I'd be happy to wait, Christine.
Green, Madison. Where did you say Hudson Street was?
Hudson, like the river. Right.
Yeah, well, how the hell you get there from here?
You know the new Coliseum?
No,
All right, you take the subway.
I got a car.
You have a car?
I got a car.
So you take you to
Forget it. I'll just be circling for an hour.
Hudson, like the Explorer.
Yeah, I can just see it. I'll make my appointment at Intelligence. I end up being so stupid I get my car towed away.
Yeah, they love their rules. 5 minutes and they got you on the hook.
Yeah, my boss will be crazed. He'll dock me to 100, insult my parentage. Of course, you could go with me, wait in the car. It'd only take a minute.
I promised my partner I'd hang around.
A favor, Mrs. Lacey, please. Done a few for you, have I not? Please?
Take your Persian Gulf or the JFK assassination, huh? Remember the grassy knoll? There is a certain photograph of a certain hedge where a certain man is standing. Now, his name might surprise you.
Yeah, how about that hobo that was the spitting image of a known CIA operative?
Yeah, there you go. The question, Mrs. Lacey, is what do we do with our fears?
Oh, boy. You believe this traffic here?
They never go home, you know. They just keep circling and circling. It's brain dead from all the exhaust. No, I'm serious. You ever look over here from Queens? One big cloud of nauseous fumes.
Oh, well, Manhattan. This city has certain cultural advantages.
Nah, you wade past the muggers. And how about that diverting little commute, huh?
Well, I'm used to it.
Well, you got your own secret route?
No, I go up Utopia to the Harding Expressway, then the Q88 bus to Woodhaven, and then the G or the N train to Roosevelt Avenue, and then the F train right into the village.
Mrs. Lacey, you're an amazing woman.
Oh, no. I'm an average, everyday person. 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 of everything.
I watch you, Mrs. Lacey. The way you take chances, you make it all work for you.
That was a nice comment you made about me in class.
Mrs. Lacey, may I be perfectly blunt?
Call me Mary Beth.
Mary Beth. Are we going the right way?
Well, what happened to Hudson? You watch and I'll find it.
Straight, right?
I guess so.
So what did you and Drupnik talk about all this time?
Whatever people usually talk about. This is her route, Christine. She's got to be around here somewhere.
2 words, Mary Beth. Watch your back. There's something very strange about that Nudnik. I wouldn't be surprised if he stole your candlestick.
So what does Sergeant Steingrove want you for?
Nothing. He probably took your mother's heirloom and had it melted down to a giant paperclip.
Did he tell you go pound races?
Did he let the little woman drive?
What exactly did the teacher say, Christine?
Mary Beth, would you quit sticking your nose into other people's business?
As soon as you stop poking your face where it's not welcome.
Nobody likes a Budinsky, Mary Beth. Nobody likes a Miss Know-It-All who sits there with her hand flailing away, begging to be called on with the blood draining from her fingers.
At least I don't sit in the back and throw spitballs. The dog does not eat my homework.
I'm surprised you can tie your shoes after all that flailing.
Get the chalkboards all nice and clean.
Would you mind if we got back to the case, Detective? How many more parking meters must be headless due to our neglect?
Ah, there she is. Saved by the smell.
Surprise, Cookie! We're looking for Bernie. He's still your boyfriend, isn't he?
Ah, Miss Lavella, what do you say?
Yeah, he's my boyfriend, so what? Since when is it a crime to carry a lot of loose change?
Where is he, Cookie?
Search me. We had a tip. Bernie's always on me to give up my career. You call this a career? Well, it ain't the Bolshoi. But whatever you come across, it's finders keepers.
I'm sure it's a very interesting job, Cookie.
Yeah, you're outside day after day. You're breathing the fresh air. It's like being a park ranger, only without the bears. If we could just get on
At
with
my
the
house,
reasoning.
Cookie, we are always careful.
Oh, no problem. I couldn't get used to the stink either.
No. I simply didn't want to crowd you, believe me. At our house, we worry about you people getting cut by broken glass. We tie up all our trash in those plastic bags, and they cost, but they keep the can a lot cleaner.
We appreciate people like you, Detective Lacey.
Must be nice working outside. I used to like that.
Maybe I could be a little more direct here.
Being an essential part of the city's service.
Information, Cookie. Now, do we get it? Or do we haul you downtown, tie you in a chair, and keep you there the rest of the day?
Hey, on city time? I love it. Now let's do it. Right now. I'll drive the truck over, park it in front.
I did not say I was in a hurry.
No, I insist.
Get back to your trash toots before we haul you away in it.
I think I would have had a Christine.
Zip it up, Mary Beth.
Dupnik, huh? Now there's a small world.
How about this, Harvey? The unconscious arrangement of seating is important to interpersonal relationships.
I don't know, you're the expert. I'm surprised he could find his way into Manhattan alone.
We could always have Michael over here and Alice there and us sit in the middle.
What's for dinner?
Meatloaf, which is almost on its way. Why don't you try sitting here, Michael?
But this is my place.
Michael, in a loving, giving family, no one has an actual place.
So why don't you sit there?
Sit, Michael.
Okay.
Tony, the fact is I am not like you, all right? Nobody forced me. I wanted to be a cop.
Why don't you let me do this?
I got it. Get the platter. Come on, we gotta move. I mean, if Charlie had been a deep sea diver, you think I would have been one too?
If you just pay attention to what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing. Hold the rack.
You hold it. It's going to be heavy, Christine.
It's my kitchen.
It's my turkey.
Hold the rack. Aggie. Come on. Okay? Go. There. Up. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Wait.
call you later.
Oh, my God. Oh. Don't panic. It's all right. I've had emergency training. Here we go. All right. Careful. Out of the way. Back up. Here we go. All right. It's fine. That's it. Oh.
Christine, what are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing, huh? I'm teaching it how to swim.
He's in there. He's sitting down to dinner right now. What am I gonna do?
You're gonna shove a wing in his mouth and sit and talk to him like an adult, all right? He is not visiting royalty. He is your father who sells olive oil, and you don't. Capiche? That's it. Wait. There you go. Oh, no, sorry. Perfect. Okay. Take it away, Tony. That's it. Perfect.
I never would have believed it, babe. Michael, sitting there like Spencer Tracy, discussing the stock market and cutting his sister's meat, and all because we moved this chair. Mary Beth, it almost brought tears to my eyes.
It's too weenie.
All of a sudden, he's looking at his sister's face instead of at her ear. Imagine it, Mary Beth. Consider the possibilities.
Harvey, what do you think of this?
No. See, the trouble with this country, Mary Beth, is we don't open up. We maintain our position. The Ruskies on one side of the table, us on the other. We need to reorder things. We need to throw caution to the winds.
This is not a cautious choice for the Academy, Harv.
How's this for revolutionary? Boy, girl, boy, girl, at the summit table.
Harvey, prior planning prevents poor performance. Are you helping me or what?
Mary Beth, I am talking world peace here. Wear the pink fuzzy sweater.
Mary Beth. I consider myself a pretty good judge of people, but I sure was wrong about you.
Huh?
Oh, no. What I'm trying to say is that I think you're okay. You got class. And I'm real sorry we never got your candlestick back. I know how much it meant to you.
Detective Dupnik, thank
Harry?
you. I want to say thank you, Harry.
You know, yesterday, first time a female in a potential panic situation, didn't try and grab the wheel.
You had that truck spotted the whole time, didn't you?
Irregardless. Look, what I'm trying to say is that even though today is the last day of class, I got the feeling that this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Hey, Mary Beth! Hey, Mary Beth! What? What are you doing? Oh, it's you. Who did you think it was? Why are you dressed like that?
Dressed like what?
Like you were luring a battleship onto the rocks. Was that Drubnik? Is there something I should know, Mary Beth?
Cagney! Big day, huh? Final exams? You sure you're ready for it, huh?
She wouldn't miss this for the world, sir.
Well, that's good. Your assignment is to extract a confession from Detective Lucy.
Lacey, sir. Do I have to understand English?
Come, Mrs. Lacey.
What happens if I confess?
What do you think happens?
They skip the trial and ship me straight to Attica?
Mrs. Lacey, you like sports?
No.
Football or basketball?
Boring.
That's funny. Because your yellow sheet says that you are a professional gambler.
Did you ever play the lottery, officer? See, when the state runs it, it's legal. If I try and take a little action, it's not.
2 busts in 1983 for possession of gambling records. 1 bust in 1984
But the cops flaked me.
Do yourself a favor, Mrs. Lacey. Talk to me. Maybe I can cut a deal.
Can you put it in writing?
Trust me.
I've been sweet-talked by cops before, sister.
Hey, that's just me. You know there's no such thing as a written guarantee.
Well, then I am sitting on my hands until you make an exception for me.
Oh, yeah? Well, take a deep breath, honey, huh? Enjoy your interpersonal space here, because where you're going, they don't have any.
The courts are overcrowded. I'll be out in a month.
I'll tell your kids that. Maybe Human Resources can find them a nice home.
What judge is going to send up the mother of 3?
Mary Beth, would you stop busting my chops?
I want my lawyer. Ow! No problem. It doesn't hurt so much anymore. I shouldn't have screamed like that. I'll tell Harvey something. A dog bit me. I got run over by a bus.
I'm sorry, Mary Beth. The chair must have slipped or
It was
something.
my fault. I should have confessed immediately. I never should have listened to Steingrove.
That stubborn old... Everything I did was wrong. Everything you did was right. I can imagine what Nelman's gonna do to me.
Well, you did make false promises.
I did not.
And you did violate my rights.
I did not.
Hey, Lacey. Sorry about your accident.
Esposito, it is night duty for you the rest of your life. Any dirt job and you get it.
No hablo inglés.
Cagney,
What?
coffee tonight?
7 o'clock? Open your mouth, you lose the other leg.
Don't bother to sit down.
Good news or bad news, sir?
I got a call from Nelman.
Not good.
Who got a call from Parking Control, who got a call from the mayor's secretary, who came out of her apartment this morning to find her meter decapitated.
It's a jungle out there, Lieutenant.
It's going to be a jungle in here.
Well, maybe Nelman would like to help us find him himself.
Because it's your case, Sergeant. You find him. Oh, and Cagney, about the academy. Nelman couldn't wait to call me and give me a full report.
He couldn't?
And I'll tell you the truth, I must say, I was surprised.
It was an accident, sir.
No accident, Lacey. I'm sorry to hear you feel that way. Knowing your partner, I'm sure she worked very hard for that A. And it's nice to see you willing to try new methods, Cagney.
Nice work, Sergeant.
I'll talk to him.
When? Tonight? Over coffee? There's an old saying, Christine, never mix business with pleasure.
Hey, Mary Beth.
What?
Special delivery for you. Must be a secret admirer, huh?
Oh, they're beautiful.
Well, read the card. Well, read it. Well, what's it say?
To a world-class student. Coffee tonight. Detective Dupnik. Conference, Christine.
He probably just wants to talk to you about class.
He talked to me about class in class.
Well, maybe he wants to talk to you more about class.
That's easy for you to say. The teacher asked you out for coffee.
So?
So, it's a lot different when the teacher asks you out for coffee.
One who looks like that? One whose eyebrows go to the top of his head when he says, coffee?
Christine, your coffee doesn't mean that. Because if your coffee means that, that's what my coffee means. And my coffee does not mean that.
You're right, Mary Beth.
I mean, there's coffee and there's coffee. Oh, Chris, this is not coffee.
Well, I don't know what your coffee means, but I sure as hell know what my coffee means. I'll tell you that much.
Well, I'm not going. I wouldn't be caught near a coffee shop with that man. I have my principles.
Would you like a cup of coffee?
I'm married.
Cream and sugar?
Very married.
How about a piece of pie?
Would you want to see a picture of my family? I have 3 lovely children and the smartest, handsomest husband I have ever met.
They make a very nice sponge cake, maybe a tuna fish sandwich.
He's a very good provider. And we have this wonderful relationship.
Are you also married to your partner?
Our house is on this wonderful... Pardon me?
I've been watching you, Mrs. Lacey, and you are a terrific cop.
Oh.
And you obviously don't get along with what...
Say what?
Well, how would you like to dump the blonde big mouth and partner up with me at the 119?
Are you serious?
Think of all the commute time you'll save.
You mean you had the unmitigated nerve to lure me here
Lure you?
against my will in the middle of the night?
At 6 o'clock in the evening.
What kind of a woman do you think I am?
What are you, nuts?
How dare you? How dare you?
I will never forget you, Christine. You were loud, disruptive, argumentative. You were one of my favorite students.
I always thought you hated me.
Oh, because you had more talent than the others. I wanted to make sure you lived up to it, that's all. Christine, you were the student I could never get out of my mind. I thought about you a lot over the years. Did I mention to you that Cary Grant wore silk underwear?
Harvey? Honey?
Hiya, babe.
Oh, darling. I am so glad to see you again.
I saw you this morning, babe.
Look, my sweetheart. I brought all your favorite things. Imported beer and gourmet takeout, a Cuban cigar.
I quit smoking 6 years ago, Mary Beth.
Then throw it away. Look at it. I don't care. Harvey. Harvey, I got a babysitter. We're going bowling tonight.
I went bowling last night.
But you enjoy it. Sweetheart, Harvey, sometimes we should do the things that you like. Here, taste this. Taste this. Sit here. Relax for a minute. I'll turn on the vibrating chair.
What it comes down to is that he had a key to the academy and wanted me to interrogate him. He had a list of names he wanted me to call him. Not one of them was by the book.
You should have called me.
I called a cab instead. And Steingrove called somebody else. It's funny, Charlie never said there were going to be days like this. Oh, well. So? So spill your guts. How did your coffee turn out? And I want every filthy detail.
Chris. Mm-hmm. The next time that I am ordered back to the academy, I'm going to bed for a week.
Yeah?
And so is Harvey.
Lacey, Cagney, the lieutenant wants to see you. Your meter maul is struck again.
Thank you. How many times have we been here, Mrs. Kenkel? 2? 3? 3 dozen?
Who's counting? Christine, give me some paper towel there, please.
Your son is running the streets, cutting the heads off parking meters. Now, are you happy with that? You consider that normal behavior?
Are you happy with the things that your kids do all the time?
At least they're not illegal. Now, I am warning you, Mrs. Kenkel, if we have to find him ourselves, it won't go down easy.
Like I told you the last time you were here and the time before that. Mothers do not rat on their sons.
That's unbelievable. Look at that shine. What are you, some kind of special cleanser?
What?
No, I mean it. How did you get rid of those unsightly spots?
Boy, you really haven't been around. It's some Mr. Spotty and a little elbow grease, and you can make it shine like a mirror.
How about the grease? You know, I've always wondered, do you keep it or do you throw it down the sink?
Oh, honey, you got any idea what it does to the pipes? Oh, you're talking 100, 150 for a union plumber.
You're kidding.
No, I don't care what they say. Banana peels, chicken bones. You put anything more than little crumbs down there, you're going to be bailing for weeks.
Not to mention what it do to the commode.
Excuse me?
The toilet.
Oh, I hear you. My late husband, may he rest in peace. He used to flush his Havana specials. Oh, you're talking sauce.
You can't be afraid to try new methods.
Police, Bernie. Hold it right there.
Coffee, Mary Beth? Maybe root beer would be better.
So, we'll get Michael to babysit Alice. We'll take in an early show and have some dinner. What do you say, sweetheart?
Detective Lacey.
Hang on, Harvey.
Special delivery from the 119.
Listen, Harvey, something has come up. I'll call you back, honey, okay? Oh, I love you, too. I don't care what this is. I don't want it. Take it back.
At least wait until you see it.
Never.
You're gonna go to heaven, Mary Beth. Sorry I can't join you.
Christine?
Don't even mention. Thank you very much, officer.
Fine, go ahead, open it. I could care less. I do not aid and abet the enemy.
Welcome home.
To the hippie nun cop. Long may she wave.
I want the feds notified.
This is not the first time this kind of glitch has happened.
I hardly never steal anything small, but this is outrageous.
Women are moving up in the world. 10 years ago, this could only have been done by a man.
Us bankers, thick skins.
We're talking a possible mafia bank here. A major coup over the feds and the organized crime strike force.
This woman stole $100 million.
She's stonewalling us, Lieutenant.
This is no longer your business, ladies.
Put it down! Step back!
Now, mister, now! Put it down!
The standard colors are blue walls and white ceiling. It's departmental rules.
Let me understand something here. You want to go by the book?
Why don't we just have building maintenance do the painting?
Oh, sure. They'll say sure and schedule us for August 2001.
Fine. But I don't care how much paint you and Harvey have left over. I'm not wasting a weekend turning this place peachy pink.
Sergeant.
Yeah?
You have a gentleman caller. He says it's personal.
Excuse me.
Oh, Sarge, I gotta talk
Give
to
a
you.
person a break, huh? Well, Mr. Plotnick, what a pleasant surprise. Mr. Plotnick, this is my partner, Detective Lacey. Hello. Mary Beth, this is Mr. Plotnick from the West End National Bank. My favorite teller. Mr. Plotnick watches a lot of TV, Lieutenant, and he used a pencil to pick it up in case of fingerprints.
All this belongs to your supervisor, or Miss Dowling?
Right.
But you never called the bank examiners, is that correct?
I didn't what?
Call the bank examiners. How's that?
No.
He said no.
But isn't that normal procedure? Mr. Plotnick.
Yes. It's just that, well, Miss Cagney and I have been friends a long time. She visits me every Friday at the bank, always waits for my window. And I just thought that...
Just to be straight on the rules of evidence, Lieutenant, Mr. Plotnick mistook this attaché case for his own and opened it before he realized his mistake.
Miss Dowling's desk is the first one on the right.
Yes, ma'am. We have several ways.
Thank you.
Talk to you by week's end. Okay. Bye-bye.
Miss Dowling, I'm Sergeant Cagney. It's Detective Lacey.
What can I do for you, officers?
We have what you might call a lost and found situation here, ma'am.
Lost and found. I believe our Miss Joyce takes care of that.
Well, we understand that this is yours. If you can describe what's inside, then you can claim it.
I'm afraid I haven't the faintest idea.
Perhaps we should talk then with the bank president?
Oh, Mr. Wright's on vacation.
Then where's the vice president?
You're looking at her.
Miss Dowling, have you noticed any discrepancies in the bank's books recently?
Funny you should mention that. Last month's federal bank examination came up $26.45 short. Have you found it?
She's stonewalling us, Lieutenant.
But her story on the federal bank examination checks out, sir.
Doesn't mean she couldn't have done it 5 minutes after they left.
What about Plotnick? Is he a suspect? Well, if Dowling is all you got, where is she?
Under surveillance, sir. We would like permission to go round the clock.
By tomorrow, we should have print verification on the attaché case and the $100,000 inside it, so we can move on it.
I want the feds notified on this.
Done, Lieutenant. They should be in the bank before it closes tomorrow.
Warrants?
Applied for, sir.
Well, okay, you know what you're doing. Get the hell out of here.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Lieutenant? Not a bad day, partner.
Oh, Sergeant, you're so easy. A 6-figure felony with a quickie wrap-up. You're in heaven.
Midway Harvey called. Said don't forget to bring the number 15 sunblock.
Thank you, Sergeant. It's Harvey's Contractors Convention in Florida. This is the week, Christine.
Hence the personal days. Am I a detective or am I a detective?
Swaying palm trees. Tropical breezes. Walking hand in hand on a deserted beach.
Oh.
You and me. Laying out on a double float in the pool.
Oh, baby.
Sipping on killer rum drinks with little umbrellas. Oh.
And all because you're married to the newest member of the Flushing Contractors
Association. Oh, Harvey, no more emptying potties or unmade beds. It's all room service now, Mr. Lacey.
Oh, you bet, babe. Hey, the FCA and the convention are only two of the perks. There's all kinds of activities for the wives.
Spouses, honey.
That's what I said.
Sweetheart, all contractors are not necessarily men.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got it.
Look, Dowling, We know you sold your condo. We know you applied for a visa to Nepal. We have your fingerprints on the attaché case and on the money inside.
Give, Miss Dowling, because in a few minutes the feds are going to have a lot of questions. And believe me, it's easier dealing with us.
How long you been doing this? Who else is involved?
Excuse me.
What?
Which one of you is Sergeant Cagney?
Yo.
Agent Morton, FBI, Chief Bank Examiner, and my superiors are on their way. There's a substantial sum of money missing here, and I must ask you to cease and desist in your interrogation.
At ease, Morton. This is our perpetrator. We have her, and we have the money with her prints on it.
You've got the 100 million?
The what? Jeez Louise. Miss Dowling is ours, and we're taking her in.
I think you'll find you're on federal territory here. My colleagues from the Bureau are on their way. They're just waiting for a warrant.
You mean one of these here? You can tell your pals that Miss Dowling has a new address, and it's the 14th precinct. Detective?
Was it some man, Miss Dowling? Did you steal the money for a man? Because we know how it is when someone you love has a drug problem.
Isn't this better left until my attorney arrives? There is no man, Detective. I took Mom's advice. Get a good education and don't depend on some man to support you.
What do you say we talk about the money, Miss Dowling?
All the heterosexual men my age are either married or sleeping under bridges.
Miss Dowling, can it? Where's the rest of the money?
On my back or hanging in my closet.
You don't expect us to believe that you spent $100 million on clothing.
Get real. I stole what you've got in that valise, plus maybe another 12,000.
Well, that accounts for about 1/10 of 1% of what is missing. Right now, you're all we've got. So unless you want to find out about a lot of other stuff your mother forgot to tell you, you better let us in on what's going on.
You think it's tough to find an eligible male in Manhattan? Really, your address is the Federal Penitentiary for Women.
Excuse me, Detective. Detectives, I'm Kate Ferber, Miss Dowling's attorney.
Hello, Kate.
The assistant district attorney will be here any minute.
Look, I'm not stupid. I know what you've got on me and what you don't. I stole a finite
Barbara.
amount of money, for which I'm willing to make amends. As to the rest of it, I've got some ideas. But I want to see some networking here. I want to know we can strike some kind of accommodation, woman to woman.
I love it. An equal opportunity felon. Betty Friedan, what have you wrought?
Women are moving up in the world. 10 years ago, this could only have been done by a man.
That's not what I call progress, Mr. Felber.
You run this by Samuels. I'll get on the horn to my boss.
Sure.
Lieutenant's gonna hate this.
I know. I'm sure it's a good deal, Thelma. I know. But I want David to have it, but $5,000 is all I can afford to give him. Oh, come on, Thelma. I am not negotiating with my own son. No, that's not true. That's it. That's all I got. I can't give him any more. Thelma, I'm in the civil service. What do you want from me, Thelma? You know, you should thank God, Lacey, that your kid is in the Marine Corps. I'll tell you that, because, you know, he'll at least have the GI Bill going for him when he wants to buy a co-op.
Oh, sad to say, so the benefits are not as
Lieutenant.
advertised.
Oh, come on, I told you, Cagney. Blue and white, those are the official colors, and there are no exceptions.
It's about the bank case, Lieutenant, not the bathroom.
What bank case? What are you talking about?
The West End National? The $100 million stolen?
You know, this Dowling, she probably stole the money because she needs it to help her kid buy a co-op.
She's small potatoes, Lieutenant. And she's willing to give us the whole scam, but in order to get it, we have to make a deal.
What kind of a deal?
Immunity from prosecution?
What?
No, not total immunity, sir. She will make full restitution to the bank and be on probation while undergoing therapy.
Therapy? This woman stole $100 million.
She only admits to 112,000, sir.
Huh. Yeah, come on in.
She's a small-time amateur, Lieutenant, but she can help us. We're talking a possible mafia bank here. A major coup over the feds and organized crime strike force.
Not to mention a major feather in your cap, huh, Cagney?
You believe this thief?
Well, if her story doesn't pan out, the deal is off. Besides, if we don't move on this right now, the feds will snatch her away.
Therapy, huh? All right, but I want this completely and correctly written up in the fives, okay?
Right, Lieutenant.
Therapy.
Say thank you for the career maker, Feldberg.
When I'm mayor, I'll send you roses.
Right.
Sergeant, for you.
Thanks, Basil.
Anytime, Sarge. Have fun.
What is it, Sergeant? Listen to this. The vacationing Mr. Wright, president of West End National, is the son-in-law of Mafia biggie Louis DeToyo, who just prior to being deported set his son-in-law up in the currency trade.
Bingo, it is a mafia bang.
Then you're always telling me he's not too bright.
This is not the first time this kind of glitch has happened.
Glitch. $100 million.
In the business, we call it flight capital.
Or laundered money.
Flight capital, a function of multinational banking. It means electronic flight from one account at one bank to another account at another bank. Blip, blip, that's it.
Blip, blip?
Nobody moves cash anymore. How do you think Marcos or Trujillo or the Shah of Iran got billions out of their countries? In suitcases?
That's how you were taking it.
Only because I dream small. Every time one of those electronic glitches hit...
Wait, back up a minute. What is a glitch?
It's like an electronic open cash drawer. A window. Big sums of money would miraculously disappear from the computer, and hours later they'd come back. Now, before that happened, I'd tack on an extra 100 or so, and that would come back too.
A little bit here, a little bit there. Before you know it, the pin money adds up to $112,000. Careful, Josie, cancer. The money never came back, and neither did the bank president. So we'll toss his apartment and find out where he's vacationing.
Chris?
What?
$1 million theft, I understand. 5 million, 10 million even. $100 million, Christine. How would you ever hope to get away with it? How would you hide it?
Depends. If you're Melda Marcos, you turn it into shoes.
Chris, $100 million.
I know I shouldn't be doing this, you not having to warn it all. But my cousin Ernie was on the force for 20 years, and he used to tell me the hassles you all have to go through. So I'm sympathetic, if you get my drift.
Well, we can't tell you how much we appreciate this.
Well, there we are, the domicile of Mr. and Mrs. Robert Wright. I really shouldn't be doing this, you know, Well, I don't know. I mean, Ernie would tell me about the hassles, but a search warrant is one of our constitutional guarantees.
Well, here's another picture of Alexander Hamilton for your collection. Now, no one can question your patriotism.
You shopping for an apartment? This is no longer your business, ladies. Besides, we both missed him.
I do not enjoy laying out a double sawbuck only to be told by some federal suit to get out of his face and out of his case. His case. Can you believe it?
Christine, it's over. We cannot hope to compete with the federal government over who beats who in the race to find Mr. Wright.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Face it, that $20 wipes out our slush fund for a month. Plus, I am on my way to pina coladas and steamy nights in the parrot jungle. There.
How's your thief? Happy with a therapist?
Well, sir, it's a lot like a stolen credit card scam, sir. The trick is to charge like crazy before the card registers stolen using a computer window or glitch. On a much larger scale, of course, sir, and the whole thing has to do with multinational corporations and international currencies.
Okay. All right? Just write it up when it's complete.
Yes, sir.
In the meantime, Inspector Marquette would like to see the both of you on a double.
Fine, we'll head downtown right away, Lieutenant.
No, don't. He's at some task force headquarters, apparently very hush-hush. Here's where it is. Don't keep him waiting.
No, sir.
Yes.
All right, you two, I want to talk.
At least a couple of blocks left.
Detectives, come on in. You know Agent Morton. And this is Assistant U.S. Attorney Whistler.
We are conducting a joint NYPD federal task force.
You familiar with West End National?
Absolutely, sir. It's our case.
This happens to be a cooperative operation.
We're going to want depositions from you two, but you should know the key to this case is the bank's president, Robert Wright.
A very wrong guy.
Humor in the workplace. How unique.
We've been looking for him everywhere. Now, this morning, he telephoned us. Said he's willing to testify before a federal grand jury.
But he won't come in without an escort.
You get him down here.
Thank you, Inspector. Where is he, sir?
Upstate, town called Renfrew. His wife is already in protective custody.
I don't know if I like this idea.
I do. Well, it's supposed to be a joint task force, and it is our case.
Morton, don't try and squeeze out the NYPD.
Robert Wright's wife is Carla DeToya.
The daughter of the old gangster, sir.
Correct. He's been in the family bank for more than 20 years. It has interesting relationships with foreign banks. If Wright tells us what he knows, lights will go on in government buildings all over the world. We want to keep this guy cooperative. So, treat him with kid gloves.
When you get to the George Washington Bridge, give me a call. You'll be told where to deliver Wright.
Fine.
Any questions?
Bring him in. Seems simple enough.
And don't worry about Samuels. I'll clear everything for you.
Oh, my Lord, Chris, what am I going to do about Florida? What's the big deal? We'll drop off our package. You catch the first flight out tomorrow morning. You mean fly down alone? I'll tell you what, while you're winking at the towel boys, I'll have the ladies from paint it, okay? You're gonna paint it. I didn't say that.
We haven't even agreed on a color, Christine.
How about high-tech white?
Oh, white shows all the dirt. What do you want it to look like, a subway station? Soft colors are more relaxing. Everybody knows that.
Nah. Pastels are so Miami.
Oh, Harvey's gonna kill me.
Can't you call your inspector and tell him to take a rain check?
Sweetheart, there'll be parties all weekend.
Tonight's the welcoming luau.
Honey, listen, I want you to go on ahead to Florida without me. And I'll, sweetheart, I'll call you tonight in Miami and we could talk about it on the phone.
I don't think I should go without you, Mary Beth. We planned this trip together.
He went. I cannot believe it. Just like that, Miami bound.
You told him he should go without you.
You always say it's all right for them to go, Christine. They're not supposed to go.
We could have saved an hour if they'd let us use the thruway. Too many spy novels, Mary Beth. I tell you, the feds are up to their eyebrows in Cloak and Dagger.
Uh-huh.
This is a simple fetch and deliver detail. Mary Beth, would you stop mooning over Miami?
Not funny, Christine.
Hey, I'm just trying to keep it light here, okay?
Sure. Sure.
A map. How long do I stay on the yellow brick road?
Oh, we're good for almost 30, 40 minutes before we have to turn.
Nice looking guy, huh?
Chris, if you see one of those stands on the road, stop, all right? You know, I want to get some fresh apples and maybe some maple syrup.
That's Vermont, Mary Beth.
Upstate New York happens to be a major producer of maple syrup.
Thank you, Miss New York State.
Muriel is babysitting the kids. The kids like maple syrup on their pancakes on Sunday morning, and I'm not going to be there because I'm going to be in Miami with Harvey. Is that all right with you?
Hey, I'm easy. Parents used to live out in this, pardon the expression, neck of the woods.
No kidding. Anything look familiar?
Yeah, you. Can't see a damn thing out there.
I hate being lost, Chris.
You hate it. I'm the control freak.
Oh, jeez. What is this now?
yourself a favor, lady, and turn around. It gets worse up ahead.
Do yourself a favor and get out of my way.
I don't want to say anything, Christine, but the animals are lining up 2 by 2.
Maple syrup in my ass. I'd kill for a drink.
The question is, my partner, who would you kill?
Do me a favor, will you, Mary Beth? Check the address here.
Flashlight.
Oh, God.
That's the...
You little ladies lost?
Well, just a little bit, I guess, Sheriff,
Craddock.
Craddock.
It's a rough night for cruising. Things get boring in the city?
Actually, we just came up for some maple syrup.
You're in the wrong part of the state.
Well, we were misinformed.
What we do want, sir, is 74327 Pinewood Lane, Sheriff. It is a small world, isn't it?
Thank you, Sheriff. Actually, we're kind of late, and I'm afraid my uncle will be very worried. Hello?
All right. But you drive carefully. We don't have any gridlock up here in Renfro. We really don't want any.
Thank you, Sheriff. And good night.
Do you think it's odd that a sheriff is hanging around outside the very house we're looking for?
Small town America, Mary Beth. That's where there's so little crime in communities like this.
Think it's Inspector Marquette? Or the feds peeping over our shoulder?
See, sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, okay?
Okay. All I know is where I come from, there's never a cop around when you need one. Is that it? And they told me crime doesn't pay.
I could be at the welcoming luau. Man's only a thief. The bastard is dead.
Here's one thing about him.
What?
He plays a mean piano.
Chris, what are you doing?
Wait a minute!
You rang?
Excuse me. The NYPD, sir. Come in.
You know what?
What?
It was almost a year ago. My kitchen. You called me a drunk. It's been a hell of a year. I feel pretty good. Thanks.
Enjoy your dinner, ladies.
It was great.
Oh, yes, thank you very much.
The robes comfortable?
Yes, thank you.
How about you, Detective Lacey?
Everything is wonderful.
Why don't you get your bags, and we'll change our clothes and get out of here. Everything's wonderful.
You have a problem, Christine?
I have not seen this much drooling since Alice's first birthday party.
Whatever are you talking about?
Come on, Mary Beth, you have to admit the man is attractive.
I'm trying the phone again.
Of course. Silly me. Mary Beth Lacey, who has never looked at another man since her husband, Harvey, proposed to her when she was 14.
I was almost 21.
So your interest in Mr. Wright is strictly professional.
Absolutely.
I'll believe you, but thousands wouldn't.
Just because he's beautiful and polished and plays a mean piano.
It's been hitting on you ever since we got here.
All that I am doing, Christine, is escorting a suspected felon to the federal authorities to ensure his safe delivery into custody.
Whatever you say, Mrs. Lacey.
Voila. Want to pat me down again?
Once was enough, sir.
Not if you do it right. Okay, so let's get this show on the road.
Rubinstein was unique.
He had a love affair with the piano. An honest-to-God romantic.
I'm a Horowitz fan myself. Did you see his Leningrad performance on the Charles Perrault show? I'm so glad he's giving concerts again.
I was lucky enough to see Rubinstein at Carnegie Hall.
I love that place. The lights, the audience, it's great.
It's too bad what the renovation did to the acoustics. What do you think, Detective Lacey?
I think it's peculiar that a man such as yourself turns out to be nothing but a common thief.
Is that guy following us?
I don't think so. He's been with us for about a half a mile or so. We had another one for about a mile and a half before it turned off.
You want to slow up, Sergeant? See what he does?
Why not? Just slide down in your seat, Mr. Wright, just in case. It's gonna pass.
So how'd you expect to get away with it? I mean, you're not Haile Selassie or Juan Perón. Where'd you think you were gonna hide it?
Detective, now you're being silly.
Why is that silly? I mean, I heard it never steal anything small, but this is outrageous.
Entire regimes are at stake. The American way of life.
Does this story have a little girl and a rabbit in it?
How about a war over the Falklands?
What, your bank invested heavily in South American real estate?
The government of Argentina needed something to shore up its popularity. Get people to rally around the flag. They knew England would have to defend the Falklands by sea, and that the French had a missile that could be an equalizer.
You an arms dealer?
No, just a banker. France was willing to sell Exocet missiles, but only for dollars. No pesos. Not even lira from a right-wing Italian group willing to foot the bill. Enter the U.S. of A.
Pardon me, but we supported England.
We didn't want Argentina to be humiliated.
So if all it cost was a few hundred lives, why not?
They were threatening to do business with the Russians if we didn't cooperate.
So you loaned Argentina the money?
At the request of our government.
And then the little girl followed the rabbit down the hall.
Well, funny kind of cynic.
Then Argentina lost the war and reneged on the loan, leaving your bank holding the bag?
I'm impressed, Detective.
The Falklands thing was a long time ago. What took so long for it to show up?
The technical movement of money stalled the inevitable. The Iran-Contra thing was the final nail in the coffin.
Don't tell me.
Oh, it's a shame Harvey's in Miami. He'd love this. Oh, damn it! Damn!
Yeah? Yeah, hello. I'm sorry if I woke you, Lieutenant. But I've been watching the news on the TV down here, and there's all this stuff about a big storm upstate.
Who's this?
I'm sorry, Harvey Lacey. Yeah, my ma is with the kids, and Mary Betsy hasn't called.
Lacey, what time is it now?
Yeah, I know. She's on this assignment upstate, but she was supposed to be back hours ago, and the desk sergeant, he hasn't heard from her. And, well, you know, I'm kind of worried.
Get down, Mr. Wright. And no matter what happens, stay there.
Yes, sir.
Hell of a night for a plant.
Ain't that the truth?
The locals have sense enough to stay inside on a night like this.
Yeah, well, we had a family squabble. My uncle and I still don't get along.
What with the weather? Might have tried to bury the hatchet.
We heard on the radio that it might clear up.
If I were you, I'd find some place and sit this one out. The road's washed out up ahead there, but there's a motor inn before that. It ain't very clean, but it's overpriced.
Well, thanks very much for your help.
Happy to oblige. Take it easy.
Yeah. Good night.
He's got a point, Christine. I'm not going to make my flight to Miami in the morning.
Great. We can sit up all night singing Don't Cry For Me, Argentina. Okay, adjoining rooms in their west wing. Phones are blown out inside, too. Storm's washed everything away. Well, Norman Bates doesn't run the joint, but he'd like it. I'm gonna move the car.
We'll be safer if the car is out of sight. If that story you told us is true, there's probably certain people that don't want you to testify.
Live in interesting times.
Hey, I'm sorry if I insulted you before.
No. No, us bankers, thick skins. You actually caught on very fast. Quite knowledgeable. International banking can be complicated.
You mean flight capital, all that?
Out of sight, out of mind? Mary Beth, don't you think we should give Mr. Wright a few minutes to get comfortable? Oh.
Oh.
Holler when you're decent. What's happening, Mary Beth?
I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought I'd check. Do you believe that story he told us about Argentina and all that?
Well, if he made it up, he's got a hell of an imagination. I'll say one thing. It's awfully cute to look at.
He seems to be intelligent.
Oh, come on, partner. Don't kid a kidder. Pheromones, Mary Beth.
Huh?
Sexual chemistry. Oh. It's how the boy ants tell who the girl ants are. Occasionally it happens with people.
Oh, this is ridiculous. And behaving like a teenager.
It's all right. I mean, there are millions of people in the world. Every once in a while, two of them connect. It's not a felon.
Yeah, but he's a felon. I'm getting all silly over a major felon.
I think it's nice.
You're sick.
How's it going in there, Mr. Wright?
Well, it's not the Ritz.
Well, Detective Lacey will be taking the first watch.
I'm not going in there.
Yeah, you are. Rank has its privileges.
Why does a modern woman choose a career in law enforcement?
I saw an ad on the subway.
How long you been married?
19 years and 3 months.
14 for me. It happened one night.
What did?
No, the movie.
Oh, sure. Claudette Colbert and
Clark Gable.
Sure, I love that movie. Oh. You mean, two people, one room.
Feel a lot safer if you moved closer.
Outside! He's got a gun!
Freeze! Freeze! You bastard! I'll kill you! Put it up! Put it down! Put it down! Step back!